a red-robed figure. Text, Ancient Rome's biggest secret awakens. In the ruins of the Colosseum, Jones dons his fedora. Title, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants. Coming September 4th, 2025 to Xbox Series X and S and others.
For Final Fantasy Tactics and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Order of Giants, which we'll be taking an even closer look at in a little bit of time. But now it's time to dive into a game that hits a little closer to home as we learn all about the big bosses, bigger biomes, and brand new big buggies coming to a park near you in Grounded 2. We've got Chris Parker and Justin Vasquez here from Obsidian and Eidos to break it down into very small, teeny tiny parts. I mean, they say good things come in small packages, so thank you so much for helping me unwrap these presents today, guys. How are you today?
We're well. Thank you for having us here. We're very excited to be here to talk about the game.
Yeah, doing great. Super excited to be here.
I'm honestly so excited to gush all about the fun I've been having in Grounded 2 since it launched now a month ago into early access. So I've been having a blast, but how's the experience been for you two?
It's been an incredible experience. We're so blessed to have such an amazing community around Grounded 2. Everyone just reacted so well to the announcement and the fact that the game was coming to them so quickly. And seeing the game in players' hands now, everything that they're doing with it, all the fun they're having with buggies, all the fun they're having in the park, all the different builds that they're making and breaking, and all the great feedback we're getting, it's just getting us super excited and really focused on how we can make the best Grounded 2 possible with our community.
I love that. Chris, have you been having a good time with it as well?
Yeah, I'm just so excited about how well it's been received because, you know, when you're making a game, you have this passion, you have this joy, you really want it to be something that the community is going to love, and they already love Grounded 1, right? There's so much passion there. And so until you get that into the players' hands and the community's hands, you just don't know exactly. You know, you can hope, but until they've actually sort of tasted that meal, you don't know how it's going to go. And so it went out there. People are super excited about it. They have tons of stuff to say and tons of great ideas, and we love that. And it's just been really exciting.
Amazing. Well, I've tasted it and I've really enjoyed it as well. We've been digging in a lot. It's been so much fun. And obviously you mentioned buggies, one of the big new additions in Grounded 2. And how has community feedback helped improve and expand that kind of area of the game for you guys?
That's a really good question. For us, the buggies...
Justin raises his eyebrows.
...feature to bring to life because it was the #1 requested feature from Grounded 1.
Yeah.
And so it was a big reason why we wanted to do a sequel in the first place, because we knew to do the buggies properly, we'd have to build the whole world from the ground up to support them and to really make them shine.
Wow, okay.
And so for us...
In gameplay, a player rides an orb weaver spider.
The balance of how much of this feature do we want to develop and solidify to make it a full experience and to really show the potential of the feature, but not go so far that we don't get the community's feedback. And so we feel like we found that balance with our Red Soldier and our Orb Weaver bug community's feedback. And so we feel like we found that balance with our Red Soldier and our Orb Weaver buggies, and now seeing how players are playing with them, what they're doing with it, and what they're asking for, not just for those buggies, but for future buggies, is really giving us a lot of clarity on where we want to bring the feature, how we want to fulfill its potential, and of course, what exciting new buggies we're going to be introducing in the future.
Yeah, there's so many aspects to buggies. Like Justin said, we kind of went for the minimum approach and said, let's see what the community has to say about these. We have all of our own ideas that we're like, these are great ideas, but let's see what the community says first, and then we can kind of hone in on that stuff and help that really guide the future of buggies, whether that be with customization or progression, or even what sort of new buggies we might introduce in the world.
And what's been really great is seeing everybody's feedback a lot of it is very much in line with where we wanted to go.
Absolutely in line.
Yeah.
It's all stuff, almost all of it's been stuff that we've talked about.
Yeah.
Like, and it's great to see that, and especially, we look at what the community feedback says, and our community guys like put it all together, and we count like what's been upvoted and what people are reacting to the most. And the things that they're reacting to the most are things that we're like, yes,
that's what we want to
This is
do.
exciting. This sounds great.
So not only does
They all nod.
our belief that this feature has so much potential, it's really nice to see how aligned we are with our community. And it really feels like we're all one big team trying to make the best Grounded 2 together.
One big colony. That's so cute.
I totally missed that. Well
don't worry, I got you. My buggy is called Ant McPartlin. It's a red soldier ant. I haven't got to the Orb Weaver just yet. We're taking our time, which is a very UK insular joke, but that is fine for you. But have you guys got any buggy names that you're particularly proud of? Any good puns that you've heard?
I've got one up my sleeve. You, Chris?
Well, no, the favorite one that we always fight around the studio right now is Stinky. I don't know why. But yeah, when we start up a co-op game for the first time, everybody goes and like makes their buggy real quick together, and then whoever names their buggy Stinky first is the one that wins, basically.
I always call my aunt Antonio Banteras because you get the double ant pun there.
Double ant pun.
And also
crazy.
just because I like to think of my red ant as this like charming, roguish ally that I'm like going on an adventure with. So
Love
Antonio
that.
Banteras.
That's beautiful. He's your own very real sidekick. That's beautiful. We have another first in Grounded 2 with our classes. So, we were chatting a little bit behind the scenes about, I've been loving the mage class personally, but what has been the most exciting developments from either seeing a lot of players get to grips with these classes or from the team themselves?
When we set out developing archetypes, they were really about just helping players understand, how do I best equip my character for whatever it is I'm trying to do today, right? You're not locked into being a mage for the whole game. You could be a mage one night and then switch over to a ranger or a rogue or whatever. You want to be a sword and board fighter, do that. But let's have the interface help you out and help you sort of like min-max easily into that play style. And to be perfectly honest, I thought this was just like a kind of a nice little quality of life add to the game. And the players love it. They think it's fantastic, and they want to know, hey, what are the next ones going to be? What is equipment that's going to be added so that we can further develop this particular archetype? And that's been really surprising, but also super encouraging and exciting for me, just to see that people love this. Something that I thought was pretty small, something that actually IDOS actually championed in the first place, and everybody loves it. It's great. It's been really positive reception.
From our point of view, it felt like a natural extension of what Grounded was already doing, and what made Grounded special as a survival game was this really rich RPG fighting system. And to speak to what Chris is saying, that's also the shared DNA between Obsidian and Eidos Montreal, is that love for both RPG mechanics and progression and player choice. And so this felt like a natural extension of us working together, of us collaborating. And to see it in players' hands, not only them finding really cool ways to break the builds and push them to really cool limits, like the dual wielding rogue that can, one-shot, even our biggest, toughest foes. But on top of that, seeing them use the builds in really creative, unique ways that, like you said...
In gameplay, the rogue sneaks up on a scorpion.
You're not locked into anything. If you want to be a mage that whips out a sword and a board, you can do that. If you want to be a ranged who is still packing a mallet, you could do that as well. And so we really want the players to express themselves however they want, and we want to get their feedback so that we can find new ways to help them express themselves over the early access of this game.
Love that. With new classes, we've also got some new bugs as well in Grounded 2. How has that been for putting those into the game, implementing them, and how have the community received some of the new ones, like our new scorpions, our caterpillars, etc.? Are there any fan favorites that you've seen emerge?
I don't know about favorites, but I mean, I think all of them have been really well received, but like for different reasons, of course. So like, we've got a ton of feedback from folks who are like, man, the caterpillars are so sweet and they're beautiful, and I have to kill them. Why have you done that? Why have you ruined my life and blackened my soul?
Justin mockingly shakes his fist.
Another example is this cockroaches, where they're like, I can't deal with cockroaches. Why have you put this in the game? And we're like, oh, well, we put it in there to be gross. That's why it's there. It's serving its purpose. But the reception of those has been really fun, very exciting.
And on the other side, what was nice for us is when we first started talking about, what creatures we wanted to bring to Grounded 2, I think it was universal. Everyone was like, we need something that is on the same level of terrifying as the wolf spider from Grounded 1. And the number one contender was the scorpion. And it was a huge request from the community for a long time. And being able to bring that to life, but in a way that does justice to it being this terrifying predator coming after you. And
in gameplay, the rogue briefly beheads a roach and it continues fighting.
People in their camps being, hunted by the scorpion and popping out and them freaking out, trying to hide. Like, this thing is coming after me. What do I do? It's so...
The scorpion burrows below ground.
To be able to, traumatize a whole new group of players in interesting ways.
Yeah, you guys have a lot to answer for making me kill the sweet caterpillars and the butterflies, and then also the horrendous night terrors I've had for the scorpions. So, yeah, we'll talk after.
They both grin at Bex.
Speaking of foes and new enemies, I hear we have a new boss to look forward to as well. So can you tell me what this new boss is and why you guys are excited for players to take it on?
Happy to. So our new boss is a giant tarantula.
Oh my
named
gosh.
Axel, who has gotten loose in the park. And this is what we're calling our first park boss. And in Grounded 1, there was these really cool backyard bosses, the brood mother, the mantis, and these were all, really giant, terrifying foes. And so we knew we wanted to keep up that tradition.
gosh.
Yeah, look at this thing. It's terrifying. We wanted to keep up that tradition, but because now you're riding buggies, what's giant and terrifying and monstrous has to scale in proportion to that. And so
the tarantula has orange and blue legs and towers at 20 times the size of the orb weavers.
Terrifying experience for players. And again, it was just the clear first choice for us was we have to bring that fantasy of the tarantula to life. And that's where Axel was born.
And then we had to look at scale. I mean, it is, I don't even know if you can tell from the footage we just showed
it looks
how
huge.
Immensely huge this is. So the character in that footage is riding around on its own orb weaver spider, and the orb weaver looks teeny tiny compared to the tarantula because it's about 3 times bigger than a wolf spider, which is one of the largest creatures in Grounded 1.
And I think it's about 16 times bigger than the player, so it's pretty massive.
It's massive. It's absolutely huge, and we think players will have a lot of fun with it. It's got its own arena. It's got its own recipe and things that you've got to do in order to summon it and bring it in. But we think it's a pretty exciting boss.
Yeah, it looks huge and terrifying for sure. How did you guys land on the name Axel? That's so cute, for one. I'm guessing it's a pet tarantula as well that someone just found. Oh no.
So one of the best things about our franchise is it's set in the 90s. This one's set in 1992, and so there's all this nostalgia around that era that means a lot to all of us. And Axel is actually a reference to Home Alone. In Home Alone, the older brother has a pet tarantula called Axel that gets loose. And so that's our little Easter egg.
Yeah. I love that. I love that it makes sense in the world of Grounded 2, but also it's just a sick callback to real world movies and stuff.
There's a couple of more Home Alone references in the game, so around Axel, so I can't wait to see if the community catches them all.
Love it. Yeah. Well, let's get back to this big boss Axel, because I would love to hear some tips from you guys about taking him on. I'm terrified already, and I'm hoping I don't have to do it alone. But yeah, do you have any tips for players on taking them down?
Well, I mean, with basically any adventure in Grounded, got to load up before, you got to prepare for whatever your adventure is going to be. You need to make sure you've got enough food and water and healing supplies. and then you're just going to have to go in and die a couple of times. Like, that's basically what's going to have to happen. He's got a lot of special attacks that are really cool, and you're just going to have to kind of learn that sequence, because there's also some stages to that boss fight as well. So once you've figured out the first one, you're going to have a couple of surprises for you. Figure out the second one, a couple of surprises for you. Hopefully it'll keep players entertained for a while. And when they finally beat it, there's a lot of goods on the horizon there. You know, you can, like with everything in Grounded, you murder it and then turn it into fashionable attire. And that's exactly what
you wear your
do.
Trophies on your body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make weapons and armor with that, maybe some furniture, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to upholster something with that, and that's exactly what you can do here.
My advice would be, whether you're playing single player or with your friends, to bring a friend. Go with your Orb Weaver buggy.
Okay.
You know, hey, if you want to take it on alone, go for it. Become the stuff of YouTube and Twitch legend. But if you want to, you know, try to survive, bring your Orb Weaver buggy. It will come in handy immensely. The fight was designed with that in mind, and we had a lot of fun figuring out, okay, what makes fighting a giant creature on another giant creature a fun and unique experience. So we really hope that the players will get a kick out of the Grounded style massive boss fight, but now on their own, you know, impressive buggy mount.
Nice. I can't wait to try it myself and die multiple times, no doubt. Very good. And Parker, you mentioned that there's some, you know, obviously our favorite thing about Grounded is getting the loot. My favorite thing is going and analyzing everything, breaking it down. Can you tell us a little bit about the spoils that we can expect from the tarantula? Is there going to be some pieces in particular?
Absolutely. So a couple that spring to mind is there is an absolutely, as you would expect, massive bow that you can craft.
Okay.
It's sort of ridiculously large, but that's what makes it sort of charming, is that, like, you made it out of the biggest creature that's been in the yard so far, so it is ridiculously large. You can make yourself a new fancy chest to adorn your base that holds a little bit more stuff, as I recall correctly.
Correct.
And is, of course, again, fashioned out of axle pieces. You can even make yourself a cool little throne. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So,
that's the one that I'm most in love with, and I can't wait to see how the community reacts to that, because it is a, you know, significantly impressive throne for a significantly impressive boss.
Yeah, big Spider King throne. That sounds great. I can't wait to see it. I hope it's fuzzy as well. The colors on it look so sick. I mean, I'm imagining your guys' offices are kind of just, do you just have tarantulas kind of like lying around, or any bugs and stuff? Like, that would be terrifying.
Our art director makes these massive, you know, mood boards whenever we have a new insect. It's just like a wall of terrors. And we're like, okay, which of these is the most interesting terror to bring to life? And so when we were working on Axel, it was just all of these different tarantulas, and we're looking at them going, I didn't even know tarantulas came in those colors.
Yeah. Your dreams must be haunted, but no. Also, on top of the new boss and the new tarantula, I hear we've got a new biome on the horizon as well for winter. Could you tell me a little bit about what we can expect to explore there?
Absolutely. For our winter update, we're going to be introducing our first new biome in the park. It's our garden biome. And what's really exciting about it is that the park allows us to explore areas that are really a good mix of human
environmental concept art appears,
areas as well as the more natural organic areas. And so the idea of a community garden was very appealing for exactly that reason. And so we get to see, you know, our pumpkin patch or a vegetable garden or a greenhouse. These all feel very organic and very wild and very grounded, but have this new layer to it of, no, this was carefully cultivated by humans to be laid out in a specific way. And so that gives us the opportunity to do things from a level design and experience design wise that couldn't be done in Grounded 1, can only be done because of the park. Chris, did you want to?
Yeah, no, 100%. You pretty much nailed everything there. I'm
Justin gestures to Chris.
Around amongst giant pumpkins. The greenhouse gives us the opportunity to make a very humid environment, which is something that we have not had before. I think we have with the vegetable garden, we're doing some interesting things there that almost turn it into sort of like a hedge maze experience. Like, there's a lot of things that we're doing that I think are really fun, and and this was all sort of planned in our heads, at least loosely, from the beginning, where let's nail all the foundations.
In the booth area behind them, players play through demo stations of Grounded 2.
All of those pieces are there, and then we can do some more experimental stuff. And so when we get to, after we have the Tarantula update in the fall, our winter update is going to be this first big one where we've got some new biomes and a lot of new stuff, new insects, of course, more equipment, all kinds of things on the horizon that we're really geeked up about.
Heck yeah, lots to look forward to there then.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, is there anything else that you want to share with us just now, right around the corner for Grounded 2, that we can look forward to?
Well, I think there's two things. If you look at a roadmap, you can see that with the garden biome, we'll be introducing our first new buggy, which is the ladybug.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. We think she's going to bring something unique and fun to the players. And in general, if the community wants to get excited about what it is that we're doing, the roadmap is a good place to go check out everything we have in mind. And we want to hear people's feedback. We want them to join us.
We want them to help sort of help mold what it is that we're planning to do right now. Like right now, we have a very loose idea of all the things that we think would be super exciting, that would be great to add into the game. But you know what? This is a journey that we want to take with the community.
Yeah.
And so, our roadmap is our sharing. This is what we think right now. We want you to come now share with us what you think would be cool and exciting and great for Grounded 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really excited to think of some new names, I guess, for this ladybird mount as well. If you guys had to have one in real life, what do you think you would have for a real life buggy? A red soldier and the orb weaver, or the new ladybird?
I would definitely take the red ant soldier. The reason why is at least right now, it can kind of do everything, which is fantastic. It can harvest, it can build, it can fight, it goes really fast. It seems really cute when I pet it, even though it's terrifying.
So
like
cute.
everything about it is like really great. Like Orb Weaver's cool too, but it's still maybe a little too terrifying for me.
You don't see that parking that in your driveway anytime soon.
I'm still not down with that. So
Chris shakes his head.
we'll see as other ones come online. Maybe I'll change my mind.
Yeah, I totally get the appeal of the red soldier, and it's got that like off-road ATV feel to it. That dirt bike that you can kind of take out anywhere.
Yeah.
But if I'm honest, right now I'm leaning towards the ladybug. Maybe it's because it's new and exciting, but honestly, because as a player of Grounded 1, that was the one that I wanted to ride the most, and often would, just by jumping on it and letting me carry around. I fantasize about riding this wild creature around the backyard. And so being able to bring that to life in the park, it not gonna lie, it's super satisfying.
Oh, that
so
sounds so nice.
Can't wait for the community to get that dream come true.
I bet. Oh, well, I mean, we've spoken a lot about community, and it just feels like so clear you guys are so synced up with them. You're listening to the players all the time, but how has both of your teams kind of created tools for players of Grounded 2 to be part of this collaboration, or how can people watching at home kind of get involved with the feedback process too?
Yeah, I mean, we're up on pretty much every social media platform out there. The primary one is Discord. The Grounded game is up on Discord, and we have a great community up there. That's also one of the places where it's easiest for people to go look at what does everybody else in the community say, and go ahead and upvote ideas and discuss those ideas in great detail. And then we have a great community group of folks at Obsidian that go through everything. They respond to every single customer comment and note and whatever. We try and make sure that people know that we are actually listening to them. We are already weekly getting together amongst our teams and going through all of this feedback and sorting it out and figuring out, hey, what is it that we...
Text appears. Grounded 2 game preview is Xbox Play Anywhere and available day one with Xbox Game Pass.
We don't want to do it. Let's talk to the community and see if there's something that's like close to that sort of like makes sense or we can make work. So it's just a whole lot of things, and you know what? Props to the Grounded 1 team who like built this community and allowed us to actually like, I don't know, follow in their footsteps on this, because the community is on Grounded and Grounded 2 is just so supportive and so great. And you know, it's because I think, you know, we try to interact with them constantly, we try to listen to them, we try and make changes that they want, and I think they appreciate that and are loved, and it's really something special. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. That was something everyone at the team at Eidos Montreal saw right away, that the story of the success of Grounded was that this community wasn't just rooting for the game, they were rooting for the team as well, and the team wasn't just trying to make this game in a bubble, they really wanted to collaborate with this community, and it's that healthy bond between them, that interdependence between them, that resulted in an amazing game. And so of course we want to replicate that success. Of course we want to replicate that feeling for the community, and of course we want to allow that to put us in a position to create the best version of Grounded 2 possible.
That's beautiful. That's so fun. Well, I have some ideas that I'll have to tell you afterwards off stage, but
can't wait
I'm
to hear.
Write them down yet, and be sure to join that Discord as well to chat more Grounded. But honestly, Parker, Justin, thank you so much. I've had just a blast talking about Grounded 2, and I can't wait for all the new updates that we've got as well. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. It was
thank
a blast.
you. Like, you know, being able to just talk about the game and a situation like this is awesome.
Heck yeah.
And thank you so much.
No, thank you. I mean, there's so much more to look forward to as Grounded 2 continues to grow. But for now, we go from the ground to the air to explore the biggest biome of all, Earth's atmospheric envelope. There's new places to go and new ways to get there, so let's set a course for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. But on the way, we'll have a brief stopover on Star Sand Island.
Bex smiles. 2 young girls have a picnic overlooking a beach. A butterfly alights on one of their hands. 2 cats chase each other through a garden in an idyllic village. In split screen, a boy and a girl push open windows. The girl picks different outfits and hairstyles for herself. Later, she runs a machine over garden patches, then stretches as farmland grows. Square indicators appear over different regions of the garden. She plays with a fluffy cat using a cattail toy, then picks different outfits for the cat. The girl rides an ostrich through a town and past a lighthouse at the beachside. She plays arcade games. The boy feeds chickens, plays a ukulele for lambs and ostriches as they dance along with him. The girl rides a long-legged deer. Stars shimmer from its hind legs as it jumps. The boy rides a white horse through a meadow. A panda eats a leaf beside 2 of its cubs. A boatman poles along a placid river. Fireworks burst over the beach as the boys and girl gather around a campfire. An aquarium appears. Several clownfish and arowana circle around it. The player decorates the deck of a ship with parasols, deck chairs, and a water slide that leads into the ocean. The boy slides down it, splashing into the waves. Several players toast with boba. Seagulls fly over the ship as the girl with long black hair looks over her shoulder. Title, Star Sand Island, coming to Xbox.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. You might picture soaring over iconic skylines or navigating through turbulent weather. But the sim is still more than just a sightseeing. And here to tell us all about the latest updates is head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, Jörg Neumann. Welcome to Gamescom.
So great to see
the 2 of them stand on the show floor.
And you always bring some delightful surprises when you're here in Cologne. What does Microsoft Flight Simulator have in store for the fans here today and fans everywhere?
Yeah, I mean,
attendees play at demo stations behind them.
but gamescom in Germany are actually critically important for us as a team because it's frankly the second biggest audience, and so we always try to prepare something special.
And that's music to my ears that Germany is so special. Why do you think that is?
I think it's the history in aviation. You know, Germany has been since the beginning. Otto Lilienthal, Ferdinand Graf Zeppelin, and Junkers made the first metal aircraft. Lufthansa is super influential in the world of aviation. So I think it's sort of in the water or in the air. You know, like Germany is the country with the most registered private planes, for example, in all of Europe. So there's a huge audience. Some of our longest fans are here, most dedicated. So we always try to bring something. And we brought two things today, and we made some trailers. So let's run the first trailer.
Maxi smiles. Text, Microsoft proudly presents City Update 12, Germany 2. A propeller plane flies over a variety of cities and environments, such as Kiel and Nord-Ostsee Canal, Elbe in Lower Saxony. The city of Bremen stretches out before them. The stadiums at Bremen, Teutoburg Forest as a statue towers above it. The red-roofed city of Munster stretches below as the sun rises. A blimp hovers over Brocken Harz. A Red Bull stunt plane flies over Leipzig. A helicopter soars over Dresden. Propeller planes fly over Augsburg. The red roofs glimmer in the sun. Text, the sky is calling. Title, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Answer the call. Available now.
That
on the show floor.
Really, really, really beautiful. Well done. Can you give me some context about the update?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big dreams of flight simulation has always been to fly highly realistic planes over beautiful, detailed landscapes. And in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, we actually got further than ever before. Our aircraft are very detailed. And what you just saw shows you how detailed we can get with the countryside. True. So what we do is we fly planes really low over the ground, like so over the country or over the cities. And we take millions of pictures and LiDAR. And out of that, we construct three-dimensional cities. The resolution is 3 centimeters. And because Germany is so important, like we already had 25 cities. We had Hamburg and Berlin, of course, Munich, Cologne. And now we added 7 more with Bremen. And we're really wanting to fill out the country. And now we're at 32 cities, and we're going to just keep going. And one day, we'll have the entire country down to 3 centimeters, and you can find everything.
That's a big goal. I'm looking forward to that. And I remember when you added Munich, because that's my hometown, and the first thing I did was going up in the air, hovering over the street where I live, which
awesome. Was
really cool. But I know you have more today for us to share.
Yes, I'm super excited about this. We have our first German helicopter. It's called the Eurocopter EC-135, which is actually based on a German helicopter called Messerschmitt Bölker Blohm MBB 105. That one was built since the 60s. And it's been evolved and enhanced ever since. It's now one of the most sophisticated, most flown helicopters in the world. And it's famous for medical evacuation missions, search and rescue missions. And we partnered with a very large organization in Germany. And I'm happy to show another trailer.
They both grin. Text, Microsoft Flight Simulator proudly presents a Nemeth development, local legend number 21. Eurocopter EC-135. The bulbous yellow helicopter sits on the tarmac.
Pilot.
Text, in-game footage.
Injured tourist at Neuschwanstein Castle.
Cleared for takeoff, helipad 1.
Let's go.
An air ambulance medic jogs toward the helicopter as its rotor blades spool up and it takes off. Snow-capped mountains loom in the distance. The helicopter flies low in nap of the earth over a forest. The air medics dismount on site and load up. Text, the sky is calling. Title, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Answer the call. Available now.
And now we are joined by Florian Brocksch, a real-world ADAC air rescue pilot. Florian, welcome to Cologne.
Hello, Maxi. Thank you.
He stands between Jorg and Maxi.
you are a real pilot. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and especially also the ADAC Air Rescue?
I started flying helicopters when I was 22 and became a search and rescue helicopter pilot for the ADAC Air Rescue in 2017. The ADAC or ADAC Luftrettung Air Rescue provides, handles up to 50,000 missions a year across 38 stations. I personally work on the station Christoph Westfalen, where we fly 24 hours a day and handle approximately up to 8 missions per 24 hours and fly hundreds of kilometers throughout Germany, especially at night, and the bordering countries.
Well, thank you so much that you took the time to come here today. And you actually tried out a little bit the Microsoft Flight Simulator rescue mission. How realistic was that for you as a pilot?
The EC-135, looks really great in the simulator. As far as for the realism of the mission, it's all about the team. It's not just the pilot. You always need the 4 of them, the pilot, the medic, the doctor and a hoist crew member to complete a successful mission. Beyond that, the Microsoft Flight Simulator is a really great tool to provide pretty realistic pilot experiences.
And Jörg, how was it for you partnering with ADAC to make it as realistic as possible?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, so basically we had support from 3
Jörg
that helped us tweak the flight model and give us feedback. It was great to hear Florian's feedback earlier, and you liked it, so yay. We had support from Airbus helicopters and from ADAC, and there we really watched a whole bunch of your missions when he actually saves lives, and that was great inspiration for us to do this mission and the challenge. Yeah, so we hope we got close.
Thank you so much, both of you. But the most important question, when can fans fly the EC-135?
Right now.
So, and also the mission and the city update?
All that, yeah. So the city update is available in Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. And the mission and the EC-135 in Flight Simulator 2024 right now, and it's all free.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much.
Text appears. Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 is Xbox Play Anywhere and available day one with Game Pass.
And for humanity, so thank you so much. And now we're going on. Then that's not only what we are happening at Xbox at Gamescom, because we're just taking flight and we've already seen some really, really cool game updates and live demos. We also got a firm release date on the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X, October 16th. And by my count, we still got more than a dozen games to cover today, including even more world premieres. Definitely stick around if you're a fan of comic book brawlers, zombie apocalypses, or just free stuff, because we've got more of all 3 coming on the other side of this never-before-seen trailer.
A fan spins slowly over the white-uniformed El Presidente.
The world is changing, but one thing stays the same. Me.
He grins behind aviator sunglasses.
On Earth. But guess what? It's about to get even better.
2 others sit at the table with him.
You're thinking, can it be done? Can Tropico rise again? Be even bigger, even better than before? Ha! My dear.
He stands and walks out to a balcony.
Anything is possible when I'm in charge. Pure, untouched potential, waiting for
a rainforest beyond turns into a bustling city.
Like never before!
A gold statue appears of El Presidente.
In history, you're welcome. Oh, too vague? Patience, my dear Tropicans.
Title, Tropico 7, coming 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, Steam, Epic, and PS5. Omni-Man slams Eve onto the ground.
I'd least like to face in a physical fight is Omni-Man. He'd probably
Mike Rogers.
A building of some sort.
Omni-Man flies through a Thraxan city, destroying it.
Omni-Man is such a powerful character, even compared to other Viltrumites.
Omni-Man slices open the guts of the Viltrumite Lucan.
Very evident.
There's no frills in his gameplay. He doesn't have wasted motion. He doesn't quip unnecessarily.
It just conveys the strength of all the years that he has spent fighting as a Viltrumite.
What we wanted to do was give him techniques, give him moves that are powerful, that deal lots of damage. It should feel like a bit of an uphill battle to fight this guy.
I think we just wanted Omni-Man to be really strong and badass and fun to play.
Omni-Man punches through the Invincible's gut, then twists War Woman's head around backwards. She coughs up blood.
Invincible, sort of as a property forward, is that father-son relationship between Mark and Omni-Man.
A lot of that comes through with unique voice lines like intros and outros.
I looked up to you my whole life, but you're just a lying piece of shit.
Your life is the blink of an eye to a Viltrumite. You barely know me.
It's that father-son dynamic where they still love and care for each other, but they are at odds with their morality.
I also love his moment where he's considering killing his only son and reconsiders and flies away. You've got those two sides of Omni-Man where he's just brutal, a mind of steel, and this superhuman side of him.
Text, moveset.
Style of fighting is so evident in all his gameplay movesets.
Omni-Man is one of our balanced characters. So he actually has an anti-air. He's got like this uppercut style move.
He's got a projectile, like where he claps his hands and a big wave comes out.
That's called the Thum, and then like when you boost it, it's called the Kuthum.
We're pulling from when he fights Cecil.
A shockwave emanates from his hands.
He comes flying from above and he slams your head into the floor repeatedly.
I love the way he just crushes.
And it just feels really, really good. Especially when you boost it. He does the overhead and he follows it up with like a series of just smashes where he just blasts them into the ground.
It feels very Omni-Man. It just
Omni-Man pummels Eve in gameplay.
He does this like trio of hits and he says, "Not even trying yet." Probably isn't trying, and that's terrifying.
We're pulling directly from the show as well, from when he's beating Mark, ping-ponging him around the sky.
On his Super 2, he says very confidently,
"Pay attention! Learn something?"
I think that really sells Omni-Man, who he is.
Definitely check out his ultimate. It's so good.
It's called the Destroyer of Worlds. And there's a sequence during the Flaxen fight where he takes the opposing general to this homeworld and just utterly destroys it. So he sees him holding the general's body, blasting through a series of buildings. But there was also another beat that happened at the end of that sequence where it shows him holding this mountain over their scientists. It's that whole sequence all smashed together, and it's fucking epic.
Listen to me. You don't seem to understand.
Omni-Man flies Mark through the Thraxan city face first. He drops Mark's body to the ground. He holds up a chunk of earth, then flies off, leaving it to fall. Text, pro tips.
The last character on a team. He's got great ways to spin meter, take advantage of these moves that he has that work well on their own, that are also somewhat risky.
Obviously, we gave him some really powerful moves that are really cheap, and players are going to enjoy using them, but they have a drawback. They are punishable on block, for example. We gave him incredible air mobility, so he's really fast, can close the distance really fast, but it's a little bit more of a technical thing that you have to learn to do.
I definitely recommend playing as him.
Really excited for people to be able to get their hands on Omni-Man and really feel powerful.
I think that he is going to be beating the crap out of people.
He's zipping around, he's punching people, boom, boom, you're done.
Now I've proven I'm the strongest among us.
Title, Invincible Versus, coming 2026.
It aims to stay very true to the characters, but you know what? The only real way to get to know a new fighter is by feel. And here to help us do just that,
Benny and Henry.
Executive producer Mike Willett and combat designer Rip Parbu. Let's get hands-on with Invincible Versus. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
How you doing?
It's been great. No, it's been fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you go back to Evo, and just Evo was just absolutely amazing. We had a fantastic showing. It's our first time having people publicly touch the game, so I think that Evo was just a really great show overall. We also got to unveil creator mode there, so the blood and gore is not going to be as crazy if you guys try to put it on YouTube or something, though you won't get demonetized. We also had motion inputs revealed there, so a lot of good feedback from the community that we've taken and put back to the game.
Yeah, no, like you were saying, you've been revealing, like the Quarter Up team have been so busy
Thanks so much for joining us,
revealing characters. And at Evo, we got that first look at Omni-Man.
Exactly.
Right? how's the player reception been so far?
Yeah, the reception at EVO for Omni-Man has been crazy, right?
Yeah, like being on that stage, revealing that trailer, and then just feeling the energy come back to you, it was like awe-inspiring, and be able to take that back to the team. Everyone's super pumped up, so we're jacked to show everybody more.
Hell yeah. I mean, as someone who's like super into the comics, read them all, been watching the show, like we're both really excited to get some fresh gameplay, and we've obviously got Omni-Man as well, so if you feel ready to it, we'd like to see some of that gameplay. But before we do that, is there anything else we should know about him before we try to beat him up?
Yes, the absolutely worst kept secret ever, but I'm going to reveal it officially now. J.K. Simmons has returned as Omni-Man.
Oh, let's go. It's an amazing costume. Kind of makes me want to have some yellow M&Ms, you know? Yeah. I'm in the mood for that. Well, shall we play?
Benny and Henry nod to each other.
Devs.
Oh, yes.
Nice little voice line. That's amazing. Sounds like the scariest challenge I've ever heard.
Mike and Rip pick up controllers. They both wear Invincible logo t-shirts.
Right, so we've got the lineups here. It's what's a little bit different about Invincible Versus is that it's a triple tag team fighter. So can you break down why is it important to sort of pick so many different characters within your setup?
So a tag battle fighting game, so your kit basically is represented by 3 different characters, and characters have a variety of different styles, so you construct the kit to your style of play. It's like, I want to play like a long range game, or I want to play something more intimate and really bully people into a corner. There's something for everybody, and then there's like your fan favorites, and then there's like some more obscure characters that you don't know much about, but might have really cool tools and some awesome gameplay that you want to dive into.
They both select Omni-Man as their first character.
Yeah, the other thing, of course, you know, you go back to the IP, there's a lot of teams already built in there, right? You've got Team Teen, you've got Guardians of the Globe, you've got the Viltrumite, so it kind of lends itself to a team format, I think.
Nice. Well, let's see some gameplay then.
So let's.
In his idle animation, he hovers just above the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so this right here, this is his ground pound. This is an overhead attack. If you boost it, it's going to be multiple hits, and if you're fast enough, you can actually pick it up for a combo, which is going to be pretty hard for me right now, I think. I'll try it one more time. Yeah,
you got it. There you go.
All right.
Wow. Are you going to take that? Come on.
Yeah, why not? First try.
I gotta get him off me with an assist.
So this is the ground pound, right? This overhead, really fast attack, really hard to stop, also available from the air. He also has this projectile right here. This is called a Zoom.
There you go.
Yeah, fresh character for you. If we go over to the corner and I boost this version of it, it's actually going to, I have no boost meter. Give me like 5 seconds.
Tag out. Show him how fast the boost meter returns.
Yeah, you can see up there the yellow bar in the middle there. You can see regen really quick now. So when you tag out, that's how you accentuate your recovery for that boost meter. So right now, the boosted Zoom right here, that actually can give a wall splash so I can get a combo if I was better at the game. There you go.
There we go. You're doing great.
I'm doing fantastic so far.
You're winning as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so that was like 2 of his special. We got one more though. It's the rising uppercut. This here is a traditional like DP kind of input that you would expect from fighting game, right? It's got some invincibility on it. If you boost this one, it's got multiple hits and armor.
Sorry, I had to tag out.
Your reactions are fantastic. That was right on the nose.
So fast at this game.
He techs the fall.
Reflexes. All right, go. Show him now.
Rising uppercut. And you can do another uppercut afterwards. Yes. Why not?
Yes.
One thing I'm noticing as well is that on screen there's lots of like really easy cues to understand. It's like character, it's like yellow flashes, blue flashes. Can you tell us a bit of what those are?
So Omni-Man is really fantastic because he's a character that is a balanced character that can apply tons of pressure and super brutal in what he does. So he has the mobility of a character like Invincible. So he's got a lot of mobility with dashing and movement, but he also has like those armor moves that Rip demonstrated. So he can play a bit of a bully game on your team. He's really good as an anchor or a point character. So he has the projectiles that, like, if I want to play at mid-range, I have armored moves so I can bully you, push you into a corner, and then he's got the mobility to just try to mix you up and like crossover, start calling an assist, to just try to apply as much pressure as possible.
And anytime you see a character turn blue in this game, that means they have armor on him. So you'll see here on his standing medium punch, he turns blue there, he's got armor. Crouching medium, the same thing, he's got armor. This move does not have armor. I was curious about it. But yeah,
there you go.
Why don't you demonstrate?
The armored high attack results in a hard knockdown.
His ultimate? Yeah, his ultimate. So.
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Omni-Man dives into the air and then drags the other Omni-Man through the Thraxan city face first.
Yeah, part of the city, missing some limbs there.
You know what? I can't wait to see all the TikToks that are like, oh, welcome to a Jet 2 holiday. Like, flying through the buildings.
Oh my god, it's brutal.
It's lore accurate, so go back to the show, watch when Omni-Man goes to take care of business with the Flaxes.
Yeah, I mean, I did want to ask, you mentioned about the Armored Fighters, and I definitely want to know more about that, but we've obviously seen Omni-Man in Mortal Kombat before, so we've seen him, we've kind of gotten familiar with his moveset in that game. How is he different in Invincible Versus?
So it's really about being part of like a tag system and how they're integrated in their role in that system. So the flexibility of the character, like you just taunted, how you
saw that.
Basically, it's
an alert appears. Time's up.
The character in the concept of a team. Like where you use
sudden death
man's assist, especially like every character has 3 different assists. You have a forward assist, a back assist, and then one that's when you're actively in a combo or in a block string. And it's about how you utilize that, and some of them are really good at like basically like, oh, you're coming in and he's got like an anti-air assist that basically comes out and does that rising uppercut. So
in sudden death, their health bars slowly deplete as their super meters are maxed.
Work out like how in the footsie game you're going to engage, or you're setting stuff up with your other attacks. So right now we've entered sudden death, which is a little bit different. And so as you can see, timer is expired and our point characters have absorbed all the resources of our assists. And now we're bleeding out. And the only way to stop the bleeding is by attacking your opponent.
You should ult.
And I'm gonna ult.
I really want to see that happen.
Oh my god.
Time ran out.
Eve powers up and explodes Omni-Man's head into a bloody pulp.
But he was super low in health. Time expired, he lost his head.
Got you.
I was about to say that.
System.
I was like, I was just expecting him just to kind of fall over. Our times ran out. No, his head exploded. That is brutal.
All right, so we've got the team makeup here. Are you guys making specific decisions on who you're picking for like a good balanced team, or can you sort of weigh it a bit heavier one way if that's more your preference?
So like if you look at my team, I've got Omni-Man, I've got Battle Beast, and I've got Rex, right? So Omni-Man and Battle Beast, they're both armored characters that can kind of just push through the opponent's attacks. Cool. But I've also got Rex in there so I can play some keep away, some projectiles, just keep people away from me.
Well, let's see if it works out as a good strategy. Yeah.
And what you'll probably see as we start playing too, our tag system uses an active tag system. And we basically let you tag off of almost any encounter, whether it's a defensive move like Heroic Strike, like perform right here, Rip.
And I can tag off of that, go to a full combo.
Oh, it's so slick.
And then off of a throw.
Yes, off of throws, off of hits, off of blocks, anything you can basically tag off.
Battle Base tags in and continues the combo.
Team composition with the thing. How does like an armored character like Omni-Man like contribute to his team? Like what's like is that anchor, is that role? How's it gonna work?
A lot of times what you're gonna do is for certain characters you're gonna want to bait out moves, or I'm gonna use Omni-Man's let's see, he's available. I'm gonna use some of his like projectiles to work my way in with a character. Or if I think you're jumping in on me, I used Tula instead.
That was pretty slick, though.
You see, I have Omni-Man who
Tula spins in with an anti-air.
Control this space in front of me with like a DP and really make it tough for someone to like have their approach.
Yeah, so I can like be zoning with this projectile right here, and if he tries to jump in, I've got this Omni-Man assist to keep me back there. So he's a really good assist character as well.
The Omni-Man assist has armor.
Combination between like kind of range attacks and then kind of those assists is key.
Yeah, it's really cool. I did notice straight away though, you're right about his dashing. That seems like really rapid, especially like the down dash, because it seems like most other characters, they just fall. Yes, he's got much more control, right?
Exactly. He's got like a triangle jump, that's what we call that. So it's like he can actually go down forward and he can travel really far. Like characters have different types of dash in the game. Eve can actually air dash upwards in diagonals as well, so she's got a full 8-way dash. But Omni-Man is downwards or forwards in the air. But his distance is a little bit farther and faster than other characters, right? So that helps you close in. If somebody's throwing a projectile, you can just kind of air dash over it and come to the punch like that. So really versatile character.
Something I'm also loving watching this gameplay as well is just like how much more like battered each of them become throughout the kind of like there's the blood and kind of how like seems to wear down throughout the match.
Oh my word. You know,
Omni-Man spikes Eve to the ground.
You're really interesting people, and he's got a different way to get into it.
Yeah, so if I do this kind of a stun, you see that crumple state? If you get someone to a crumple state, you can do a snapback attack, and it'll cause this arena shift. After this arena shift, you lock out their assist for 10 seconds, and you have unlimited boost. So right now, like you can see my boost meter, it's just regenning while I'm doing this, right?
And I have no access to my...
Omni-Man pummels Thula into the ground.
I should be paying attention and running away right now.
Yeah, but just for demonstration purposes, you know? You get the idea.
Yeah.
If you were to get a KO on them while they're in that shifted arena, would that just end the game? Would they still get to tag back in if they have someone available elsewhere?
Once that timer expires, I can get my character back.
Right.
Yeah, but not during the transition.
But not during the transition.
Gotcha.
So I have 10 seconds to, hold it down and pray my defense is good with push blocking and heroic strikes and a lot of navigation and basically trying to land a hit myself.
Thula wields a blade at the end of her long gray braid.
Oh, yes.
I had to
fan favorite. This is fan favorite.
Rex is such a...
Rex counters. And from his hands appear the letters, fuck you.
I think they got that now.
He faces off against Omni-Man.
Oh my goodness. I like that there is that subtle suit difference as well, where you're both playing as Omni-Man right now. Yeah.
Omni-Man juggles the other before executing a super and tagging in Rex.
All right, probably had an opportunity to get. Let's see if he dashed out of the way. Oh, he got out of the way.
You got that? That was pretty sneaky.
You gotta be quick.
So Omni-Man's ult, you can get out of the way if you just can't panic, and you have to
We should have mentioned it is.
Rex punches the air and front flips on the victory screen.
You have to dash out of it. You have to dash out of the way.
Nice.
And it does cost 3 meter to do any ult, and you have to do them from the ground. Supers can be on the ground, can be in the air, but ultimate moves, you have to take your opponent back down to the ground.
Well, I think we got enough time to maybe do one more fight. Should we make this run a proper fight? Bragging rights. I want to see both of you peak performance.
Peak performance?
Yeah. Peak performance, come on.
There's no way I can lose with this team.
I'm back in Rip.
Have you got the method? Wait, you're back in Rip?
I'm back in Rip, though.
Mike.
You never know.
You got Mike, yeah.
All right, I believe.
Who did you pick?
Who do you think I picked?
Omni-Man?
Yeah, come on.
Had a feeling.
That's what we're here for.
I got the Viltrum Empire represented here.
Also, just one small little detail as well. You mentioned earlier, it's on the top of the screen. There's a cool little UI, so you can tell exactly what side of the screen you're on, right?
So they're right underneath the timer. There's a P1, P2 caret, and that basically said when we cross up at any time, that'll change position. So now you can see, I'm on the P1 side.
And that's an assist breaker, calling your assist to break the combos.
The P1, P2 icons are shaded red and blue.
Just let Mike just showcase a couple moves.
No, thanks.
No.
You asked for a real match.
Yeah.
This is your doing.
Hey. You saw how I used that Omni-Man assist.
Oh, I didn't even see you tag, brother. I was paying attention.
Back.
I was in the middle of a sentence. Get off.
He countertag. I was going to try to come in with a heavy, but...
Thula's really sick. I love it.
No.
Battle Beast attempts to grab Thula, but she has armor and counters.
I don't, because he's on Rip's team.
What'd you hit?
Come on.
Come on. Oh, we're good.
Battle Beast attempts a super, but is blocked by Bulletproof.
Jumped right into it. Oh, see, I'm in bad shape right now because I'm all out of moves. And while I was talking, I wasn't paying attention. I should have done a counter.
Yeah, I'm going to tag back in to get you back in.
Swap out, right? If you get a chance.
Oh,
yes, you got a chance.
Oh my word.
Goodness. I got a push block.
Huge blocking.
I don't have anybody else. I got him.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Omni-Man.
Scumbag.
Omni-Man tags back in against Invincible.
Sorry, I got scared.
So sick. Please.
Oh, this is...
He manages to punch Battle Beast into the air, but he recovers.
This is tense.
This is actually really, really close.
I love this.
I have no meter. Oh!
You gotta hold that. You gotta hold that.
Oh, it's over, surely.
Thula executes a super with swiping her braid blade.
Nice. That was actually so close.
Where? Why?
Oh no.
Dude, you're beating the snot out of me. Get off me.
Oh, we had those.
We had those.
Come on.
Okay, you know.
Omni-Man's clapping projectiles bounce off of one another.
All right, purposely make it this close.
I know
it is crazy.
That's a punish.
Oh no, that's surely.
That's
great blocks. Hang in there.
Oh nope.
I really want to see Battle Beast ult.
Come on, Mark.
We're starting to tighten up. We're starting to tighten up. Come on. Oh, you can pick up from there.
Yeah.
And I have nothing. Yeah.
Invincible rushes, then punches Omni-Man into the air.
He got greedy.
Get in here! Get out!
No! Oh my God!
Fula tags in, hitting both Omni-Man and Mark.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
That was pretty good. That was pretty disastrous for me.
She dismembers them both, leaving only Battle Beast.
Yes, I did.
Oh
It's
my
game.
God.
Oh, that's dead. Done.
I
Ladies and
retire.
gentlemen,
It's
Redemption
over.
Evo. Redemption Evo right here. You saw it
I'm never
live.
going back to
You
Evo.
saw it live.
Can't show my
Never
face.
die.
It's over.
Live.
Well, amazing.
Mike points at the cameras while smiling.
I cannot wait to get my hands on the game and start learning the ropes.
Double overkill though?
That was nuts. Nuts. Thank
was
you
the
so
call
much,
out.
Mike. Thank you so much, Rip, for showing us what Omni-Man brings to the battle. And you guys, don't forget to wishlist Invincible Versus today.
That was amazing, honestly. Thank you. And of course, after you're done tearing your family apart, just like you've witnessed on the Gamescom stage, you couldn't be blamed for needing a breather. So we're going to run back a couple trailers, then we'll talk LEGO Voyagers, Dying Light the Beast, chat with Tim Schafer about the latest from Double Fine later in the day, and we'll also show off more great games as the Xbox at Gamescom 2025 broadcast continues. And it must be said, a lot of the games you've seen so far are Xbox Play Anywhere, and we've got plenty more coming. Make like someone who doesn't have an Xbox Ally yet and stay put. Now, Ninja Gaiden 4.
Logo for Xbox Game Studios and Koei Tecmo Games.
The Hayabusa and Raven ninja clans have fought to keep peace, with the Hayabusa clan in the spotlight. But
Logo for Team Ninja.
the Raven clan has always had a secret motive.
Thanks.
Logo for Platinum Games.
Oh, you won. Hayabusa.
Expect heavy resistance.
A white armored man holds a phone to his ear.
On you, Yakumo.
Yakumo slices at enemies as blood spatters his blades.
For now.
Understood. Stop this madness. Stay away from the Dark Dragon Seal. Go back
The red-haired man in white armor points a blade.
or die here.
He duels with Yakumo, who swipes with dual blades.
You truly think you have what it takes to slay the Dark Dragon? Prove it.
He faces down the bare-armed Ryu.
Resurrected the Dark Dragon years ago. Even a mortal such as yourself has heard of me? I'm sure. Die, insect.
A horned and winged man has carapace-like armor all over his body. Yakumo slams a hammer down on him.
Please, don't kill him. The whole world's at stake.
Title: Ninja Gaiden 4, coming October 21st to Xbox Series X and S. In a sunny forest road, a 1970s bus drives along. It stops on a beach. The sun begins to set as the player opens the side of the van. Text: Craft. The player crafts a bio-burner and a food processor. They climb up a ladder onto the roof of the van. Text: Build your home on wheels. They build a wooden platform porch over top of it, followed by a glass-walled greenhouse. The player packs away the modular structure. Text: Customize your cozy space. They construct a banana hammock, a yellow hammock that hangs outside of the van. They strike a fire on the beach as the sun sets. Title: Outbound, coming first half 2026.
You're good and chilled out. Get excited again immediately because we've got a sweet giveaway to get to. This year marks a big anniversary for CD Projekt Red and The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. So to celebrate,
She holds a black and red controller.
very cool controllers. If you're watching on Twitch, follow the directions you see on screen to enter for your
Text: Go to twitch.tv/Xbox and type !day1 to enter.
anniversary special edition controllers and celebrate the lasting legacy of The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. These will include 3 Elite controllers and 1 standard controller. The giveaway closes at the end of the show and winners will be contacted on Twitch. But these wonderful controllers aren't the only way to celebrate 10 years of...
Text. Game sold separately. See xbox.com/controller-compatibility. Used with controller-compatible games.
...performance of live music and memories tonight here at Gamescom. And fans can now buy tickets for dozens of stops around the globe at thewitcher.com/concert. But for now, our broadcast continues with a good long look at LEGO Voyagers. Over to you, Charlie.
LEGO has been busy reinventing itself for, the last decade or so, and guess what? It isn't done yet. LEGO Voyagers looks to be an all-new concept for the brand, inviting two players to team up on a journey that fosters cooperation, creativity, and even giving space. So let's snap in and learn a whole lot more from my gracious guest, creative director Karsten Lund, design lead Jonas Haugesson, and tech lead Kasper Honningston-Lichtenberg. Thank you so much.
At the interview booth.
Lovely to meet you and talk about LEGO Voyagers. But Karsten, I'm going to come to you first. I want to know a little bit about yourselves, your studio, and how Little Brick ticks.
Yeah, Lightbrick is a small independent studio based in Copenhagen, Denmark.
Yep.
And we've dedicated our creative lives to exploring the Lego brick in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Our first game was called Lego Builder's Journey, and that was about building with bricks. So that was the start of the show, reconfiguring the level in ways. And this second one, we wanted to take it a step further. We want to go a little bit deeper to actually focus on being a brick. So Lego Voyagers is about being a Lego brick.
Yeah, and you say getting up close, Paul. Are you like in the studios just like really looking at the bricks going, I don't like this one, that one's shifty?
We do look a lot at bricks.
Yeah,
we're very inspired by the bricks and the shapes, and we have a lot of bricks in the studio, and we build stuff, obviously, but this is digital, right? So the most important thing is that it feels intuitive and good to play.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's the iconic snap, as I said in the intro, in real life. So you need to try and match that feeling and that aesthetic in the game. And I'm sure we'll go on to talk about it. But I wanted to know, Karsten, also for you as well, tell us a little bit more about the game. So how we've translated that tactile feel of Lego into Voyagers itself. What's it about, and what makes it distinct from other Lego games we've seen in the past?
Lego Voyagers is a co-op game. Mm-hmm. So it has to be played by two players.
It has to be played by two players. Interesting. Okay.
Karsten nods.
It's a platformer, first and foremost, and then it's a puzzle game on top of that. So a puzzle platformer where you navigate the environment with your little brick, and you have to solve different challenges along the way and build and have fun.
2 1x1 Lego bricks, one red, one blue, tumble through an environment.
At it now, so can you set the scene of what we're looking at? We're playing as the red and the blue bricks, right? Do they have any other names, or is it just red and blue?
We just call them red and blue. You can name them any way you like. Yeah, this is sort of the beginning of the game. We're playing around, trying to learn how to navigate the environment and attaching to the little...
that was so nice as well, that little snap-on that it does.
Yeah, exactly. So
they both slide down rails.
The introduction and smoothly easing players into the experience and learning how to actually navigate. It is a little bit different. I mean, actually navigating with a single brick and all its capabilities is something nobody's tried before, right? And so it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's so intuitive once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, can you talk more about the capabilities that you've mentioned? Because at the moment I'm seeing a 1x1 brick, and what kind of stuff can you actually achieve as a 1x1 brick?
These bricks, obviously, they can tumble around like bricks do.
Yeah. We've all stood on a Lego brick. We know what it's like to see them tumbling around.
Exactly. So we needed to make the game physics-based, right?
Yep.
So you actually navigate around as a physical Lego brick will do. And then obviously a brick can attach to things and other interesting things.
Yeah? Oh, you're not going to give me any more than that, are you?
Maybe later.
Right, I see you. Jonas, we're going to come to you now because I'm not getting anything out of you anymore. I want to speak a little bit more about that cooperation and the collaboration that we spoke about before, it naturally having to be a two-player game. So how and why is that key to this experience, and how does building something actually work in LEGO Voyagers?
Well, as a Lego brick, of course, we thought it obvious that you should be able to connect to other bricks. So
naturally,
that started basically.
Jonas.
So being able to connect to other bricks should also mean that you have to build contraptions with these Lego bricks.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you can roll around with all these bricks as a big tower or ball.
Oh, really?
Or whatever. Yeah, sure. But you also have to overcome some challenges.
Here. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, exactly. You also have challenges where you have to be a little more precise with what you're doing. So we made a specific mode for this. We call it building mode.
Okay.
You can see it here where the small figures kind of snap in a grid. in movement, so it's a little more deliberate about your brick placement.
Absolutely.
They build a bridge across a gap.
Does physics come into play here? Is there a bit where you maybe built too crazy one way and they fall apart, or is it just naturally very easygoing? You don't have to worry about physics and that.
Physics is in everything in this game, basically. So, I mean, even when you're in build mode, you're still a physical entity. You might be able to push the other player off the edge or stuff like that.
So you can be a little bit rude with a co-op then.
Definitely.
It's not always good vibes.
Yes. And we have catapults, catapult building, where you have to propel the other player from the contraption you've built.
So it's not all building bridges, it's literally flinging each other as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, fantastic.
I like that, you can see it actually.
Yeah.
Is this the
this is the catapult.
So that one not quite so good, huh?
No. Exactly, and then you have to rebuild it, extend it.
Oh, I see. So the puzzle here isn't trying to get more firepower, it's actually making the catapult slightly larger.
Yeah.
And then how much of
the blue brick falls into a gap, then immediately respawns.
Which elements you can pick up and move around, or is it open to your interpretation and everything can go?
We've playtested it a lot. I don't think we've seen anyone being surprised that something is loose, or something is like fixed. But every stud you see in the environment is connectable.
Wow, okay, interesting, good stuff. So Carsten, we're going to go back to you here. While we're all working together and unleashing our creativity, is there going to be a story for us to follow as well, or is it just a series of random puzzles that we're going to enjoy?
There is a story, yes, there is. This is a story, I mean, it's like in Builder's Journey, we like to sort of, it's a non-verbal story, right? So we don't have any words. You have to sort of be part of interpreting a little bit. It's a story about friendship. It's a story about two little bricks that are friends that their only dream in life is to become astronauts.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
A lot of bricks dream of that, actually.
Are them in by themselves being astronaut or being part of a larger spaceship that gets sent off in space?
Being part of a spaceship model. Yeah, so we follow them in this game. They watch these test launches, and one of the spaceship crashes, and they actually find a little cockpit that is still wiggling and alive. And their mission, they make it their mission to try and save him and send him back to space.
Beautiful.
And in that journey, a lot of stuff is going to happen to them. And then there's a little bit of a narrative of friendship, and when you share a common dream, sometimes you grow a little bit apart, and sometimes you have to...
A Lego rocket blasts off.
No pun intended.
Of course.
So we ask an open question about friendship, and hopefully players will finish this game and think about their friends and how they actually connect and how they stay friends.
Yeah, and with the storytelling, you've mentioned that there isn't nothing verbal going on from the main characters. How is that told by the story? Do you meet other characters that talk, or is it purely environmental storytelling and heartstrings music throughout?
Music is a very important factor.
Yeah.
And we have the same composer as in Builder's Journey, Henrik Lindstrand, composing.
Oh, wonderful. They smashed it the first time, bring them back.
Exactly, and he's been very meticulous about the scenes in the game and the emotions and the characters, so he's doing motifs that sort of tell a story along the way, and so that's a very important part of the storytelling.
Yeah.
And then obviously the environmental storytelling, all of the objects and all the encounters, you can slowly unravel what's going to happen, right? And until you understand the full.
A bridge collapses in gameplay.
Like an onboarding experience for co-op partners. Maybe Casper, you could help me out with this one. Like we talk co-op. How does that work? How do the players work together against each other, etc., throughout the game?
It's a co-op experience, and they have to help each other and teamwork, collaborate, and build these bridges and face these challenges throughout the way. So, as you can see here, you can also just spend some time to just play around.
Have some fun, yeah.
Have some fun. You can make up games.
The red and blue bricks spin on a merry-go-round type device.
Competitive element to it in there, but mostly based on the gamers.
Mostly based on the gamers, yeah.
I see. Did you see much of that in the playtesting, Jonas, that you mentioned?
So much. I mean, we have an infamous spot where you can flip the other player into the water.
Okay.
We've seen like players spending minutes, very long time, just flipping each other into the water. But the thing is, when you flip the other player into the water 5 times, you also have to get through the same thing. And then,
I see.
The other player can get
okay, and then it's their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And with co-op being such a focus in the game, was that inspired by your own personal play with Lego, or was it something you just knew you wanted to make a co-op game, and that's where Lego came in perfectly?
I think we've seen with Builder's Journey, I think we've seen players want to play games together, right? Even though single-player games, they sit, they talk, they engage, right? So we wanted to make something that was playable together from the very get-go, right? And then we just love co-op games, and this whole idea of playing and being creative is just so much more fun when you're doing it together with a friend, right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And it's nice we're seeing more couch co-op games come through in recent years as well. There's been some very successful, highly applauded one recently. So it's lovely to see that story keep going. So Carsten, question for you. This all looks really lovely, naturally. So the question you probably knew was going to be coming from me, which is, when are we actually going to get our hands on the game?
Very soon. Very, very soon. I think if you're here on Gamescom, you can just go to booth 8, the Lego stand, and try a demo of the game.
Just over there, in case anyone's watching, wondering where the map is, it's through that door.
But if you are not here, you will have to wait to September 15th, which is not very long.
Not that far at all. It's a couple of weeks, really.
Exactly. That's when the game will be out. So
beautiful. Is there anywhere else we can look to find more information on LEGO Voyages before it comes out? I don't know if you've got any more news on the way you need to talk about before it launches.
I think there's a website, legovoyages.com, and that'll direct you everywhere and find.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Lightbrick team. You're all a wonderful bunch, and this game looks absolutely stunning. And folks home, don't forget to wishlist LEGO Voyages today, so you'll be ready when it drops, as you said, September 15th.
Coming September 15th, 2025. Wishlist today.
Brands in brand new gameplay directions. You are about to witness the world premiere of an upcoming open-world survival crafting game with a, I'll call it a decidedly Studio Ghibli aesthetic. Check it out.
A player walks across a green meadow dotted with tulips. A fantastical house rides atop an insect next to him.
Rampant pollution has depleted.
A glittering light explodes.
And only your moving house and its mysterious power can cleanse the pollution. In this world, you will meet Kuroru, whose hot-tempered personality masks his secretly warm heart. And collect
He talks to a large cat. He swings a pickaxe and an axe.
Craft items.
He chops fallen logs.
Gather oddlings. And decorate your settlement.
White creatures jump up and down.
You'll face danger on every...
A cauldron bubbles.
And riddles to test your wits. But in Boomwalker, your companions have your back. Kettle Kid, a fiery...
The insect carries the house.
And the moving house that you travel the world with. Don't forget the oddlings that help you on your adventure.
Kuroru giggles.
Hi, I will be your guide during this...
Project Bloomwalker.
First, let's follow the house as we look for a place to anchor it. If you stick close to the moving house, you won't take any damage, and the forest will begin to be purified. Seems like this is...
Green grass spreads.
If you activate the anchoring device, you can purify the surrounding area.
Green grass and flowers overtake a white, barren landscape.
Let's purify the forest. You can find uncontaminated ingredients
Kuroru runs.
In the area. But there are also fruits like apples.
He punches invading weeds.
Or shoot them down.
He snaps vines and uses a slingshot.
Into Kettle Kid. The oddlings will then help stir them just right so they cook a delicious soup.
The kettle bubbles.
The purification crystal is the key to purifying the world's pollution. When you put it in the
Kuroru scrambles up a rock tower.
Gauge fill up.
He stokes a chimney with a long brush.
Now full. Let's operate the purifier. Oddling statue.
Crystals float through the air.
There's something new up ahead in that glowing area. Oh, it's an
Kuroru jogs over to it.
Look here.
A golden light shines.
The pedestals seem to match. Oh, one of the orbs.
He places a blue orb within a blue circle.
Maybe it's on top of that mushroom.
He leaps.
If you put the orb
on top of the mushroom, he grabs an orb.
Wow!
A yellow orb goes in a yellow circle.
Oddlings have appeared.
They have green horns and a rocky covered surface on their spheres.
Vader Pelican.
The oddlings jump all over them.
Let's take our new friends home. Wait.
A bird follows the house.
Oh no! It's Pelican!
An oddling stares up at the giant bird. It grabs it in its beak and swallows it. The bird chomps at another oddling. Kororu faces off with the giant bird.
So let's chase it away with
He uses a slingshot. He fires and strikes the bird. It runs away.
We have a lot of oddlings now, but there doesn't seem to be enough houses for all of them. There also seem to be some oddlings exhausted from overwork. We better build more facilities for the oddlings. And this looks like a good spot. Let's relocate the cluttered
Kororu opens a storage chest.
sunbed next to it.
The storage chest hops over the grass. A leaf transforms. It provides shade for the oddlings.
Enough purification gauges to restore the entire mushroom forest we explored. This was just a taste of the amazing world of Bloomwalker. We look forward to seeing you create your own story.
An oddling floats beneath a leaf, bent like a parachute. Project Bloomwalker, Xbox Series X and S.
Scenarios are a bit more dire than others, and if Project Bloomwalker is set to be a beautiful but challenging walk in the park, then Dying Light the Beast is a long march down a ruined highway to hell. The latest installment aims to blaze a new trail for the beloved zombie apocalypse franchise. And here to introduce us to the Beast are Dying Light franchise director Timon Smegtala and Q&A analyst Aaron Talty with some live gameplay. This is so exciting. Welcome to the show and welcome to Gamescom, guys.
Hello, Bex.
Hello. How has your Gamescom been so far for both of you?
It's my first time, so very, very exciting. Yeah,
Yay.
it's cool.
Yeah, busy, crazy, and lots of fun.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, you've got some live gameplay for us, so can you show us what you've got?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very excited to
let's
see.
start the demo. And the mission that we have here, of course, it's Dying Light the Beast, right? So it's going to be scary, going to be full of zombies.
Timon.
Open world, exploration, parkour, many fighting. And the mission that we have here is actually quite funny one because it's one of the side missions from the game. And it starts with a very classic Dying Light dilemma. There's like a small group of survivors struggling to survive, live to another day, hiding in the town hall here, and suddenly the water source is gone. Like there are no water in the taps, and like they don't know what happened. Like is something trying to hurt them? Maybe something is broke. Maybe something is trying to get rid of them from this place because they want to take over. So it's kind of like a classic Dying Light problem, but then there are some twists, there are some turns, there's some mystery to uncover.
In gameplay, Kyle Crane visits Pietro in a workshop.
Give it a go and let's see how far we can go.
Let's see what we uncover. That is one of my favorite things from the previous games, when you have this little hub community kind of safe space for most part, and then you do have to go out and protect them or gain friendships as well as take on the challenges outwards.
And that's exactly what Kyle Crane is doing, because like that's a side mission, but also the basics, right? So you play as Kyle Crane, and that's a very unique, very special type of a hero for a survival horror game, because he's not only the master survivalist, like he's not only able to survive as long as he wants in this difficult, challenging environment, but in this game he also has access to a set of very special, very powerful beast-like abilities, which really allow him to kind of unleash all of the rage, all of the everything that he has in it. And like the tagline for the game is that they were trying to break him, but they created a beast. And why they were trying to break him? Because he was captured by this guy named the Baron. Baron is a crazy scientist who's trying to achieve something very, very sinister. And Baron was experimenting on Kyle for a number of years. Kyle manages to break out
so they didn't break him. And now he's ready to unleash his wrath, he's ready to take revenge, but for that he needs some help. And that help comes from the people that live in this beautiful valley that we see on the screen right now. This is the valley, the region is called Castor Woods. It's modeled after...
Kyle leaves the tower and scales an ornate metal gate.
Swiss Alps, lots of nature, lots of very beautiful vistas. But of course, this one has lots of zombies in it.
Perfect holiday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd probably go to the Swiss Alps as well,
Yeah,
just
of course,
to see it.
of course. But yeah.
The central plaza features statues and abandoned buildings.
And actually, what we have here, so the town in the middle of the map is actually built to be almost like a parkour paradise. We really wanted to squeeze as much as possible out of this location, so players are able to seamlessly showcase all of their parkour skills, jump, run, wall run, slide, connect all of that together. How are you feeling? Do you want to fight some zombies?
No, I think we could, we got it. There's plenty of them around. I think,
We'll warm up to that, that's fair. Let's see some parkour, because
Yeah.
obviously that's so intrinsic to
Yeah,
Dying
absolutely.
Light
So
as
Dying
well.
Light was built on parkour, right? Like when we started working on the series, we actually asked David Bell, who's the grandfather of parkour, he's the inventor of modern parkour, to help us to share his insights, his expertise. We got him in our studio, we mock-up his moves, we asked him to basically tell us how close we are to reality, because one
Gameplay is first-person action adventure.
put a lot of emphasis on immersion. We really want to make players feel like they are part of this world, like they are the characters.
Kyle navigates through abandoned buildings.
Come on, Aaron, like the whole QA.
He leaps down onto cobblestones.
It's a lot of pressure.
Aaron laughs.
It's all part of the plan. It's Dying Light,
But I think
Text on the gameplay screen reads, "You are dead."
Screenshots and think, oh, okay, I see a machete, I see a guy, I see some zombies, it's just easy peasy, I go slash to zombies. Absolutely not. This is a survival game. This is a thinking man's survival game, so you constantly have to be on your toes, you constantly...
Aaron resumes the gameplay. Again, we scale the metal gate.
As a good player, as Aaron, you have to constantly look at... you have to look at every step that you take.
It happens to the best of us.
And I can understand why Aaron is nervous. Like, before coming here, we had a conversation that actually the whole QA team from which Aaron is, they were aware that he'll be playing, so they are watching right now, putting extra pressure on the guy.
I kept it quiet and it was...
but don't worry.
Aaron, you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
He leaps across rooftops.
Using the opportunity, let's just wave to our QA guys, because they are really putting a lot of work into this. They are the most important part of the dev team in this very final stretches of the production, because we are basically just 4 weeks from releasing the game.
So exciting.
Yes, so very close. Actually, maybe we can loot some stuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good chance here.
I love this layout. So
he opens a cupboard.
The town itself feels a little bit on the less living and breathing side of things for now, but it still feels so realistic, as if I've actually felt those textures and been in places like this before.
Yeah, so actually this is something that we are very proud of.
He navigates through an abandoned house and scavenges different items.
And not only handcrafted, but also they've managed to put a lot of Easter eggs, in-jokes into the world. So like the posters you see there, like they have even scanned some of the items that they have in their homes, in their houses, and kind of brought them into like the virtual versions here in the game. I'm not sure we'll see that, but for example, there's a blanket with a lion.
We might get a chance.
Yeah, we might get a chance to see that. So actually, that's a blanket that was kind of scanned, taken from grandma of one of our artists, and in a way to kind of honor her and put something very real into the game. We have the blanket and a lot of other different items. The whole map has been created by hand by our artists. That's why it feels so immersive. It feels...
In gameplay, mountains loom in the distance.
Yeah, you've really put heart and soul into it. I mean, the second game, obviously, it's in the title, Dying Light 2 Stay Human. So I think that's been one of my favourite parts of the Dying Light games is it's set aside from other games like that because it feels so realistic. And,
realistic also in the
combat.
As Kyle Crane Aaron attacks zombies.
Of course. So another thing about Dying Light, aside from parkour, of course, it's a melee combat.
He slashes with a knife.
Lots of brutality.
Blood covers his hands in the game.
That's something that's very important in the zombie genre, that you really need to show the guts, you really need to show the blood, you really need to show the kind of the brains being exposed, the cuts being...
He delivers head blows to a zombie. Blood gushes.
Can we show? Because I think the previous games were a little bit on the family-friendly side. But that's also a good thing, because Aaron is having fun because he knows how to play the game. He spent hundreds of hours in it. But again, this is a game where you see zombies, you don't just run at them and slash them. Like, you really want to make sure...
He ziplines down a cable and attacks more zombies.
Don't take unnecessary risks. That's a nice thing. Actually, maybe it's also worth mentioning that...
blood sprays everywhere.
Like the Beast is created using physics and ragdolls. If we have animations that are super short just to represent...
He stomps on a zombie's head.
...with the enemy that you are hitting. So, like, you can go... You will encounter hundreds of zombies here, but every fight with a zombie is different because the reaction is always different. Sometimes he hits an obstacle, sometimes he hits another zombie. There's lots of those cool emergent moments.
Yeah. You were speaking about some of the...
He attacks a zombie from behind.
Already, like, we've had machetes and all sorts. What sort of weapons can we find in the world of Dying Light?
There's more than 100 melee weapons, and of course the classic stuff for the genre. So I don't know, gas pipes, crowbars, machetes, hammers.
Aaron throws a Molotov cocktail.
Things that you can basically find all around you. But also if you dig deep enough, and that's a very important aspect of Dying Light the Beast, that there are lots of secrets that...
Blood drips from his machete blade.
Deep enough, you can find weapons like medieval swords, very unusual creations of the survivors. So really a lot of very fancy...
In gameplay, he swims to a shore.
Working and effective weapons that are really a lot of fun to play.
I like the sound of a medieval sword. That sounds pretty badass, to be fair. Do you guys have favorites? What's your favorite weapon of choice?
Samurai sword.
Samurai, of course, like a classic.
It's probably a boring answer, but yeah.
But for me, actually, it's a flamethrower, something new to Dying Light the Beast. So for some reason, like, even though we are making zombie games, we didn't have a flamethrower before. So Dying Light the Beast, aside from the melee weapons and a big focus on firearms as well, introduces a number of new weapons. So flamethrower, grenade launcher, saw blade launcher, and a number of additional hidden stuff that you will have to find as you play the game. We are now living the time. We are now living the town, and actually that's an example of one of the open world activities. Like there are places like this spread all over the world with which
zombies attack as he crosses a bridge.
If you manage to survive, Aaron.
They just came out of nowhere.
Remember your fault is
survival horror. I'm demonstrating exactly what we want, right?
Yeah, that's true. So, like military combos like this, if you manage to kill all of the infected here, or if you manage to outsmart them, because that's also an option. You can, for example, use a decoy.
He swings a shovel at the zombies
from this place and then try to loot it. That's a very good place to find some ammo for your firearms. And as I said, firearms have really received a lot of love from us as developers in Dying Light the Beast.
Okay. He's a bit too big for now, I think, this guy, right?
This one, let's not risk it. You already died once,
They're playing with fire.
Like the guys back at home are making bets, like, will he die again?
Oh. So firearms, there's a little bit more of a focus on?
Yes, absolutely. Maybe we could actually use the rifle. What do you think?
He switches to a crowbar in his weapons inventory.
Got you.
So as soon as you start shooting, there's a chance that the virals, the fast-moving zombies, will come. Actually, I think there's one guy over there.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, let's try to hide. We'll see if that works.
Safer inside. Oh my.
Yeah, but
he leaps in through a window and navigates a steel staircase.
In the world of Dying Light, like what I like to say is that it's actually one of the most dense open worlds out there.
He fires at zombies in the basement.
The map is something where you play the game, where you do some kind of interaction. Either you parkour, which is also like interaction. You click buttons, like you're trying to get somewhere. You make decisions where you want to go. Combat the same. You get surrounded. Suddenly there's a group coming from one direction, group from the other. constantly something is happening. Like you are never bored. It's very intense, very dense experience.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. A lot to explore and discover, and hey, every kind of trip outside of the safe zone is probably not going to be exactly the same as before.
Yeah, so Dying Light was built out of emergent moments, and we actually we did fight with some of the guys with the tanks, for example, right? But actually we didn't trigger them, so maybe if there's an opportunity, but like, actually that's a nice thing, or maybe we can keep the.
I think there's some better opportunities.
Okay, so what happens right now is that because Aaron was fighting a lot with like quite intense, he managed to charge his beast mode. Right, okay. So now he can unleash it. So maybe we can actually see that here, like how effective he is with fighting those zombies. They throws them all around, like he has those like finish.
He engages in hand-to-hand combat.
Doesn't need any weapons anymore.
He delivers blows with his fists and blood sprays.
Like nothing is left. Like
he knocks a zombie's head off.
Unsmushed.
He tears another zombie's head off.
No one left unsmushed. No.
That sounded like you are saying it's the QA guys. Like, who's laughing now? Like, I'm here on the Xbox.
He navigates a junkyard in beast mode.
Zombies don't need brains. It's fine.
Yeah, some of the new visual designs for our.
He returns to the crowbar.
Of course, like you can see, the game is really beautiful to look at. Even the zombies. Like, if you are into zombies, it's good to make a pause or go into photo mode and try to see how detailed the models are, especially when you do some damage to them. We have increased significantly the number of places on their bodies which you can damage. Okay. We have, like when you cut a limb, you can cut it in 3 different places. You can really leave a lot of scars, wounds, like broken places on. Yeah, let's try to. That's nice, quite brutal.
I saw earlier
like
when
that.
You just left someone.
He stomps on a zombie.
Leg off, so that was quite mean for that poor zombie, I feel, as well. A nice flame.
Also, as you can see, there's a lot of versatility. Yes, like emotions.
Flames envelop zombies.
Ways how you can solve combat situations. That's also something that
he drives off in a truck.
About when we were working on Dying Light games.
The truck mows down zombies in its path.
They go anywhere, climb anything. Freedom, how they fight. Actually, we're leaving the mission area, so that of course in the full game you're not leaving mission area, so the freedom is open and you can go everywhere you want.
Yeah, I like the tactic of running.
Zombies bounce off the hood of the pickup.
But that's also like that's your choice, right? And again, like vehicles, another thing that's new to the beast. Actually, maybe we can also show the FPP, right? Because you can drive from that perspective, like keep the immersion. So it is like it's nice to roam through zombies.
The POV switches to inside the truck,
giving you a little bit of those Carmageddon vibes, but again, like a little reminder: this is a survival game, right? So. Like you need to think about how damaged your vehicle is,
and the gas. We're about to run out of gas.
Exactly, it doesn't have gas. So I think we are slowly running out of gas. So
got to find a gas station.
Exactly. I'm not sure they're still working. You know,
man. So with our new vehicle,
the truck breaks through barriers, then enters a forest.
Explore around the world, then.
No, so actually we decided to choose this one because it fits the environment most, right? So Aaron, when you get up, maybe let's just have a nice look around the place. So
taking the view, I love that.
Yeah, take the view, and we'll talk about vehicles. So we have
climbs the ladder of a tower.
Pickups because. They fit the environment most. We didn't see that much of it yet, but the whole world is actually quite varied. We have the town in the middle, we have an industrial park, we have swamps, we have...
He stands in an elevated outpost.
Trails, we have farm fields, so a lot of very uneven terrain. So off-road pickups seem to be most fitted to this kind of environment. So yes, you are driving that vehicle. There might be some things hidden, but I'm not spoiling that too much. But then you're also able to customize the visuals of the vehicle a little. So there's still quite. Oh, I think that's the blanket that I was.
This was the.
So this is actually the real blanket that you can find in one of our level artist grandmother's.
Actually, I won the playtest.
A fleece blanket lies on a chest.
Like he recognized the blanket, so it's a very iconic.
That's so wholesome. So there we go. That's a challenge for
I
everyone
don't know.
playing
Are
it.
we ready to go into the night part? Because we
Hey.
might do that. But
I'm ready if you guys are.
a word of warning, because like Dying Light generally. Let's maybe look at some Vista before us. Okay, let's go to the night. So what
Come on,
happens
I'm
is
scared.
that Dying Light basically is a game of two halves.
He crawls into bed in the game.
If you are a good player, you are in control. You know what to do, like you know how to behave. You will kind of find your way around in this apocalypse. But the night part is something completely different. What happens is the volatiles, and I will scare you a little, so kind of sit tight. The volatiles, like the scary monsters, the apex predators, the kings of the night, they are coming out.
Outside the tower is pitch black.
And with those guys, you don't fight with them. Like when you see them, you try to run away as quickly as possible. Okay, maybe at the end of the game, where your beast mode is fully charged, where you have unlocked all of the skills for the character, because there's like a big skill tree of various beast skills that you unlock. If you are kind of fully...
The character's light cuts through the
You
darkness.
can fight with them, but without that, it's really, really scary. So maybe we can actually try to sneak upon those guys a little, so we see them from close.
We'll go sneaky beaky.
You can see where they are if you use the survivors.
In gameplay, Aaron sneaks through the trees.
Senses of Kyle Crane, where we can see the threats and be aware of the threats
they're
around
already
him.
onto me.
But it seems the volatiles are everywhere. Maybe actually what we could do, that's scary.
There's so many. So yeah, this new
Pinpoints of light hover above the heads of the volatiles.
see the volatiles around and other zombies.
All of the threats, but I think actually, so the chase has started. They are onto us, and now like it will get super, super difficult, because the guys, like the regular biters, the regular zombies, they're just zombies,
They're
right?
fine,
So you can avoid them, you can jump over them basically. With volatiles, they're chasing you, they're right behind you. It's actually good to look behind you from time to time. They're also basically better at parkour than you are, so they can really
We've seen
grab
that
you.
for sure, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so
Aaron runs through the area wielding a crowbar.
until we've built up our beast
Until she dies, I think.
I don't fancy my odds very much, but we'll try.
So what you can see at the top of the screen, the red bar, it shows you the intensity of the chase. So we are basically in the middle of how intense it can be.
What happens when it gets full level?
You're gone basically. Like it's time to restart the game. Yes.
Yeah, they're still onto me.
Oh, great. What?
Volatiles emerge from buildings around
Kyle's kind of beast mode.
the player.
So actually, the beast mode will be very helpful right now, because when you are in the beast mode, you can run faster, you can jump higher. That's actually a very good way of escaping those volatiles.
Aaron's strength meter flashes red.
Got you again, right?
No.
Text: You are dead.
Maybe let's go back to the game, and I will finish the thought. So what happens is that the volatiles. What happens is that as they're chasing you, the beast mode, you get a number of combat skills that you, of course, it's mostly used for combat. But then when you are running, when you are parkouring, they allow you to jump faster, jump higher, run faster, be able to reach places that are unreachable to regular human beings, right?
Okay.
So what's important then is that at some point of the game, you are able to actually control the beast mode a little bit more. At the beginning, sometimes the rage just overwhelms you, but then as you progress into the game, you get full control of it. You can trigger it whenever you want, and then you can use that to actually reach places, find secrets that you would not be able to do when you are in the human form of Kyle Crane. And again, that opens a new kind of way of exploring the map and a new way of interacting with the world.
Love it. Do you have a favorite biome from the game that you like? You were speaking about kind of swamp areas. Do you like the pretty cities or the hills as well?
I like we have a really nice storm weather preset. So I like the I guess it's the industrial. This area when it's stormy, it's very atmospheric, very nice.
The weather is like I would say the weather is very nice, but it's not like literally true, because the weather tends to be very rainy and stormy from time to time and very gloomy. But it's nice because we have really spend a lot of technical resources on making sure it really looks very, very real. So it rains and you feel like it's raining and that you are there. So and my favorite biome, I would say, is the farm fields.
Okay.
So, but not when it's raining, because when it's raining, it's actually not that good. What I like is farm fields in full sun. Like you see it, like how yellow the grain is. It's really very beautiful to look at.
Love that. Well, can you tell me a little bit about, I'm really excited to dive into more of the survival kind of element, but what should players watching at home be excited for Dying Light? What about the story and more about the game that you want people to be excited about?
I think it's the best Dying Light game that we have ever created. So for the fans, I think it's sold already. But if you have not played Dying Light before, if you have not heard about Dying Light before, absolutely don't be afraid. Be afraid of the volatiles, but don't be afraid to test the game. You will get all of the things that make Dying Light a very special combination. It's a mix of open world and survival horror. It has top-of-the-class parkour, top-of-the-class melee combat, day and night cycle that changes the game as you play, and a very, very emotional, very interesting narrative. I think you will really feel something. You will feel the pain of Kyle Crane, how they were trying to break him, like all of the wrongdoings that happened to him. And then when he gets free, and you will also get free in the game, and you get a chance, you shot at revenge, it will really be very cathartic. You will feel how good it is to unleash this power in the game.
Well, I can't wait. I had so much fun playing Dying Light Stay Human co-op as well, so I'm really looking forward to maybe jumping into this one co-op.
Absolutely, co-op is also supported. You can play with 4 friends in co-op. I can actually give you this mask and 3 more, so you can play the masks.
We can do the mask.
Exactly. And in co-op, it's like another layer of fun. The interactions, the imagined moments are squared compared to what happens when you play it alone. Alone, it's a very focused, very atmospheric experience. In co-op, it's just all-out fun. Your friends, and lots of zombies around.
Love it. Well, do you know what? I'm going to come straight over to your guys' booth here at Gamescom and maybe give it a whirl, please.
You're welcome.
As long as you guys play with me, so it will be good. That'd be great.
Sure.
What can we look forward to from Dying Light the Beast
Exciting bit. Dying Light the Beast releases in 4 weeks, September 19th. So it's excitement all over the place. PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. We can't wait for you to play the game.
Amazing. I can't wait either. Timon, Aaron, thank you so much for showing
me a little
bit about Dying Light the Beast. I can't wait to play more.
Thank you.
But for you guys at home, don't forget to pre-order your copy today. Now then, the Xbox Gamescom broadcast continues with some more trailers, including a world premiere trailer for a game that uses deck building as a metaphor for cooking to whip up something entirely unique. Then we'll hear from Double Fine's Tim Schafer about their new opus Keeper. And don't forget, we've still got World of Warcraft and Call of Duty updates toward the end of the day, and not to mention some news on a little indie game, and that's INDY, not INDIE. See you soon.
Morning. Nice day for fishing, ain't it?
In gameplay, Balin, a humble fisherman, travels by boat and fishes. He reels in a treasure chest near the coast of Azerim. Text reads, "Treasure found." Balin casts, then hooks a fish, and the action shifts to an underwater battle scene. A large skull and skeletal hands float near a shipwreck. Gameplay, 2D side-scroller, pixel art adventure RPG. A man, dressed the same as Balin, grabs a controller and grins. Nice day for fishing, coming 2025, Xbox Series.
Hello, Pori. But beyond the wall,
an idyllic setting
has begun to stir.
A fiery creature in raccoon form flies overhead. Text and logo, Timberline Studio. A lynx named Panko appears in a chef's coat.
Time to get to work.
Gameplay, cooking sim with RPG elements.
Heroes wield swords. In fact, some prefer the spoon.
In a bistro, fantastical creatures place orders with Panko. Dialogue appears in a text box.
There are some who believe that in order to save the world, you've got to start with a really good meal.
The raccoon gathers ingredients.
What our caretakers need.
A cleaver chops carrots on a conveyor belt. Panko sears morsels of food in a frying pan. A prepared dish lands on a counter, and Panko garnishes it.
Your recipes might just be our only hope. Because let's face it, who can save the world on an empty stomach?
A beast cutout battles in a side quest.
Fuel the caretakers, so that they can battle the ravenous monsters threatening your home.
A brightly colored village sits nestled among a mountain valley in 3D animation.
Opening soon, Bistro.
Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, Steam.
Bistro. Beasts who run a bistro. It took me a minute, but I got there.
I don't get it. Well, Bistro is Xbox Play Anywhere, so if that game looks to your taste, consider it just one more reason to get excited for the ROG Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. But now, it is our sincere pleasure to dig into the latest title from Double Fine, Keeper.
Keeper has been turning heads since its reveal during June's Xbox Showcase, and here to bring us some never-before-seen gameplay. It's Double Fine Production studio head and fan favorite Tim Schafer. Tim, thank you so much for joining us. First off, it's so exciting to have you here. And this game, we're going to straight out the bat. It's clearly Lee Petty's baby in many, many ways. Bit of a Double Fine legend, I hear.
Yeah, he was our art director on Brutal Legend and Broken Age.
I mean, some of the best games you could ever reel off that someone's worked on. I want to know a little bit more about what it's like working with him and your team bringing his vision to life.
Well, Lee has a really, as you can tell from those games, a really strong idea of what a game should look like and how it should feel.
Yeah.
And he's someone who I've just come to really trust and rely to just have that kind of vision, also be able to execute it. He's really good at technology as well as art, and also leading a team full of people at Double Fine, because it's a very collaborative environment, so you have to have the right touch, you know.
Absolutely.
And so mostly what it's like working
Behind the scenes footage accompanies the interview.
As you can trust, day one he turns up and he knows by day end, he knows exactly what needs to happen. And as you say, it's an element of trust. I think that's really important.
Yeah, especially in a game without any
Developers were in a loft space.
Speaking in any bad language.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Maybe he'll find a way.
We'll find a way to do it on
Yeah.
our stream when we play it, don't you worry. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, it does feel like this game is a bit of a new chapter for the studio. Like you said, it is wordless, so nothing to be said there, but it's still atmospheric, still surreal. So what would you say inspired Lee and the team to move in that kind of direction?
Well, a couple of things. When we were talking about what his next game should be, we were like, well, what could we do now? Because things have changed for us. We became part of the Xbox family. We have like support and resources we didn't have before. And we're like, what could we not do before? And what's a game that we probably could never get signed with a publisher? Something that would seem just too far out there, but would be a really personal thing for Lee and his, wanting to do something really beautiful and strange, mysterious, and yet still really charming. And also, I think at that time, a lot of things were going on with a global pandemic. I don't know if you heard about that, but we were all locked inside. And the only way Lee found a lot of escape from that was to go on long hikes through nature. He'd go into the mountains and look at the nature around his house and think about...
I can see where this is going,
about how the humanity is really threatened. We didn't know what was going to happen. And we were kind of scared, and yet nature just kept going and changing and evolving and interacting with each other, and that was really inspiring to him. And he's also a weird guy who has like a lot of interesting tastes. Grew up on like the Dark Crystal and Cronenberg films and surrealist painters, and so put those things together to make something that was chill like nature, but also a little weird. Yeah. And I think you'll see that in the game.
Yeah, when you mentioned Cronenberg films, I am now slightly worried for the seabird, but I'm hoping that you're going to leave that bit out.
Well, you're just going to have to... The game's
we're not getting anything today on that.
It's all about surprise.
In a gameplay clip, the lighthouse
interesting
walks through a village with a green seabird atop it.
It's not some super violent horror game with a lot of blood, but it's also not like just when you think of a cozy game, they're sweet and they're cuddly cats in it. But this is like, it's got a weird vibe where the unexpected might happen.
It's like atmospherically off. There's something amiss.
Yeah, something lets you know that you don't know what's going to...
The dilapidated lighthouse moves across a barren landscape on rocky legs. He moves like a crab.
We are still sort of hashing things out, but then moving forward to what we see today, how's that sort of transformation been?
I mean, it was fun to watch Lee and his small crew get together when they just started, and they were just trying different gameplay ideas out. You know, it really was a blank canvas for them to just experiment and experiment with things that are not just, when I mentioned surrealist painters, like it's not just melting clocks, but it's also like the procedure they came up with their art by like tearing up words to make new words, and so that it was fun to watch this process of when the sky's the limit, what you come up with, and watching it evolve to, of course, it just had to be a walking lighthouse.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I want to go back to what you're saying a little bit about the surrealists and paints. I want to stick on art for a moment, because naturally everything we've seen so far just screams beauty in Lee's deranged way.
Screaming beauty is what we call it.
Screaming beauty.
That's Lee's nickname around the office.
Love it. Can you tell us more about the art direction itself and how that ties to the actual mechanics of the game now?
Yeah, I mean, the art direction is, very specific vision of Lee's, but it leads to the interactions that you have in the game it is an adventure game that has puzzles, but they're light puzzles because it's really much more of an atmospheric experience, not supposed to get stuck on a puzzle. You can't die and you can't fail in the game, but you use the light that the lighthouse has to interact with the world and cause changes to happen. And you also have a companion named Twig, which is this seabird.
The seabird, yeah.
Twig, you can send Twig out to...
The seabird has vivid green plumage and a long hooked beak.
I mean, you guys are very typically known for quite a lot of experiences that are somewhat reality warping, mind bending. Are we going to see those kind of same shades? What's really the vibe of Keeper?
Well, I mean, I think we talk about the films that inspired Lee, like we mentioned Dave Cronenberg or David Lynch. Those films all have really weird, unexpected things happen in them. But it seems at first like nonsense, but there's a kind of a dream logic to it that makes it make sense. It means something, but it's not necessarily clear what it means, and it probably means more than one thing, and it's really open to the player to have this experience of playing this game and try and think about what all the different things mean.
Well, that's going to be interesting when it comes out and see other people's interpretations then, potentially, of what Lee's getting at the game with the relationship between the seabird and the lighthouse. That's really fascinating.
I do love it. Now, I am going to ask you a really important question about the seabird, Twig. Unfortunately, it's going to completely shape my opinion of the game. So, can you pet Twig?
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't want to give away everything that happens in the game.
This is a simple yes or no answer, Tim.
The lighthouse has no arms.
I know, but you guys are weird and you find ways to make things
happen. Smash it with a little leg.
Can you... Smash it with a little leg is also a nickname we call Lee. Can you pet something with light? Let me ask.
The seabird rides atop the lighthouse.
I think that's above my intellect to answer that. I'm going to just say yes.
Yes.
To basically make you do it.
It scrambles up the edge of a cliff.
Rather than just a simple pet, the companionship you'll feel with Twig is something much deeper and beyond physical affection.
Oh.
Am I going to fall in love with this bird, Tim?
Am I
going to fall in love with the lighthouse?
It's a yes to both those, because it's a game that has no dialogue, no spoken words at all, but it is a very emotional storyline. Both the lighthouse and the seabird Twig have character arcs, and they go through changes and metamorphosis.
Yeah, nailed it. It's in there somewhere.
Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah. It happens to both of them, but it's all, we're only showing like the very early gameplay footage because things, believe it or not, get a lot weirder than what you're seeing.
With you guys? Never.
Come on.
No, absolutely. So I just want to touch very quickly then, if we're not hearing them speak per se, is it environmental storytelling? The music, I'm assuming, is a really important part as well?
Yeah, the sound design, the animation, a lot of our animators try to make scenes work if you have the volume off, just as like it's the expressiveness of the lighthouse still has a face-like level of expression. Yeah. The bird is very expressive, obviously, and there are scenes that will make people cry in this game, I think.
I'm not ready for it.
Not the whole time.
It will be the whole time, I swear. Look at the birds. So he's going to make me weep already. Well, obviously we got studio here, Henry, so I do have to ask. People are always curious about you guys, what Double Fine is cooking up behind closed doors, and the last time we spoke to you was back in 2021 where we saw Psychonauts 2. So what have you been up to since then outside of Keeper? Can you actually tell us anything you've been doing?
Well, I'm here to announce right now that we are making other games too. We have multiple games going on at the studio, and the thing I will say is that they're all brand new. They're all brand new IP. We did Psychonauts 2, and that is keeping us fine for sequels for a while.
Great work on that, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of team effort. Here's some footage of the team.
Yeah, they are working. Right?
Except for that guy who's just walking around. Get to work, Bert. We're working on new projects that are brand new IP, and we're excited about sharing them someday.
Oh,
Okay.
just for someday.
Well, you just make sure you let us know now, 'cause we're all
We'll
best
tell you
pals
first.
and-
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Tim, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have any final thoughts on Keeper that you'd love to share?
Well, let's see. Do we talk about the bird? Yeah.
You did the birds.
Yeah.
Bird. There's puzzles.
Yeah.
Got that.
Puzzles.
Check.
Have I mentioned that it's weird but chill?
Yeah, kind of.
More or less.
Did I mispronounce metamorphosizing?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Keeper is Xbox Play Anywhere and available day one with Xbox Game Pass.
We have some harder questions for you. Me and Henry are going to start grilling you. A little game that we like to play on Xbox On called This or That.
I can't think quickly, but I'll try.
Well, you're going to have to think pretty quickly. Henry is going to fire some questions at you, and you can either give us one-word answers, or if you need a minute to think, that's fine. But there's some pretty good questions, I won't lie. Henry's nailed
I'll do it
this.
as fast as I can.
Game for it?
Lock
Okay.
in.
Right, let's play this or that with Tim Schafer. First up, Jack Black in Brutal Legend or Jack Black in Psychonauts 2?
Oh, well, you could put those together and get Brutal Legend 2, which is not something we're working on.
Nice, I like that.
I'll save it for that.
Would you rather work at the Department of Death as a travel agent, or would you rather work as a Psychonaut?
Psychonaut. It has a lot more personal career growth possibilities. They have badges, whereas Manny had kind of a dead-end job.
That's true. Well, seeing as how you'd like to be a Psychonaut, this is a good question. Telekinesis or clairvoyance?
Well, you can do so much with telekinesis, but clairvoyance lets you see how people see you, which is terrifying, and I don't want to know it, so I'll go with telekinesis.
Good pick. Okay, Rad or Raz?
Oh, Lee's game Rad.
Uh-huh.
Post-apocalyptic 80s roguelike action game. Or Raz, who's a human being, but fictional. But, I'll go with Raz because he's on Game Pass.
Oh, I like that. Would you rather be a lighthouse or a seabird?
Oh. Well, seabirds are cool, but lighthouses get pooped on a lot. And in general in life, what I'm saying is you'd rather be the pooper than the thing that gets pooped on. So I'm going seabird.
Unfortunately, I think I agree, and I never thought I'd have to agree on that statement, but cool. Do you prefer talking animals or sentient objects, if they were real?
I mean, it depends on the object and the animal. I'd rather know what, like, my cat is thinking than know what my toilet is feeling.
Oh.
And I'd rather my toilet not have any thoughts at all.
Yeah. We're going down a real,
Gross
theme here right now.
I apologize for the gross examples, you guys. I don't know why.
We are never doing this game again.
Picture of a safe and a rat. I could have gone
so
with
done. Fantasy or sci-fi?
Science fiction, sci-fi. I like the music better.
Yes, my guy. Okay, would you rather have tentacles or two heads?
Instead of, well, I'm going to go tentacles because two heads is just like another mouth to feed.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Okay. Do you prefer boss fights or platforming?
The Double Fine logo features a two-headed baby.
Platforming on the way to a boss fight. You can have a boss fight at the end, but platforming.
Okay. Now for the big question.
Go.
We're in Germany. I have to ask this. Currywurst or strudel?
Is that what it looks like? Oh, currywurst and
yeah, that's the best ones we could find.
One's sweet and one's really goopy, but the Schaefers come from a long line of German sausage makers. No joke.
Right.
So I'm going to have to go with the currywurst.
Okay,
Is
there
it
you
first?
go.
There we go. Currywurst.
I think they'd say currywurst.
You should know.
Yeah.
Hang on, big up the family tree and then say it wrong.
Well, thanks again, Tim. This has been a lot of fun. Remember, guys, Keeper launches on October 17th, 2025, but you guys can wishlist it today. And of course, there is still tons more to come up, including this exciting update from our friends at Square Enix that should make those of you anxiously awaiting an Xbox Ally on October 16th pretty happy. But then, stay put for the latest developments in World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, and more on Chronos: The New Dawn. Live from Cologne, Germany, this is Xbox at Gamescom.
Director Naoki Hamaguchi, Final Fantasy VII Remake Series.
こんにちは。スクエアエニックスの浜口です。私がシリーズディレクターを務めるファイナルファンタジー7リメイクがいよいよ Xbox プラットフォームに登場します。一作目となる
Series director says the game is finally coming to Xbox platforms.
クラウドとその
Final Fantasy.
世界を支配する神羅カンパニーや宿敵セフィロスと戦う姿が描かれます。鋼鉄の都市ミッドガルを舞台に繰り広げられる星を巡る壮大な物語を ぜひその手で体験してみてください。さらに本作には忍びの少女ユフィを主人公とする番外編も収録されているので、合わせて楽しんでいただけます。本作は Xbox Play Anywhere に対応していますので、 Xbox シリーズ X and S、Xbox
You can play it on Xbox Series X and X, Xbox on PC,
アライでもプレイ可能
and the Xbox Ally
ど
X.
こでもあなたのスタイルでファイナルファンタジー7の世界
Play anytime, anywhere in your chosen style.
版のファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードは
Will launch on Xbox this winter.
ウィッシュリストに登録してファイナルファンタジー7リメイクシリーズの新情報をお待ちください。それではダンケシェーン。
P-Waves. Coming this winter. Presented in a futuristic city connected by bridges. A stadium supports a capacity crowd. Hip-hop dancers groove on a field. A fat man with a beard wears a shirt that reads, "I'm into fitness, whole hot dog in my mouth." These players and more make up 2 teams of 5. Text your style. The teams face off on a hard court pitch. A female player in jeans sprints down the court, then kicks the ball. Gameplay, online multiplayer action. Another match takes place on bright green turf with team uniforms. Text, their trust. A muscular blonde man hits the ball with his head. A purple-haired woman sprints down the field with the ball. An opposing player kicks the ball out of bounds. Teammates slap hands and bump chests, and their uniforms magically transform. During gameplay, avatars appear on a jumbotron above the field. Text, our match. A player takes a ball off the face before hitting the turf. Teammates in blue jerseys execute a passing play. A player hits a leaping header that glances off the crossbar. The ball bounces off the hot dog champ's belly. A goalie dives toward a shot on net. Freestyle Football 2, Joy City War, coming 2026 to Xbox Series X and X. Xbox on PC, Cloud, Play Anywhere, Game Pass.
Premiere trailer for Freestyle Football 2 here on Xbox at Gamescom. Now you're right on time to learn about all that's new in World of Warcraft. As I talk with World of Warcraft Senior Game Director Ian Hazakostas and Associate Director Paul Cubitt about the exciting updates in store for players. Now, first of all, right, Paul, welcome to the show for the first time.
Thank you for having us. Glad to be here.
Yeah, and Ian, welcome back as well. Like, you were here last year revealing the World Soul Saga with the War Within. Welcome back.
Time for Chapter 2. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah, I can't believe I've seen your booth. I'm going to say it. I think you probably got one of the best booths at Gamescom. I was walking around earlier and was like blown away by it.
I'm biased, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, right?
It's super cool. Yeah,
it's really, really cool, especially some of the updates, which we're going to be talking throughout this segment about. But you kicked things off last night with Opening Night Live and that cinematic. Could you kind of explain for people that need to know about what that kind of showed, what's happened up to that moment?
Sure. I guess a little bit of a story so far for the World Soul Saga. So yeah, gist of the story of War Within. So heroes around Azeroth began hearing these voices, seeing visions, these like dark omens, from messages from the World Soul herself about darkness coming. That led to a surprise attack on the city of Dalaran, the destruction of our beloved city of Dalaran, and the nature of the threat facing us being revealed. This powerful entity known as Xal'atath. So over the course of the World Soul Saga, over the course of the War Within, we've been trying to kind of keep up with her. She's been one step ahead of us along the way. At the culmination of the War Within, as we just discovered, she kind of ascended to a new tier of power and is finally poised to really unleash the power of the Void upon Azeroth. Yep, and that leads us directly into what we saw in the trailer yesterday, which is Xal'atath and her devouring host at the gates of the Sunwell, ready to threaten everything that's dear to us, and our beloved elves, Lorthamar, Liadrin, and the rest of them all mounting a defense along with an intercession from the Sunwell itself. Super exciting stuff. That is the beginning of the expansion, which you saw in the trailer there, and that leads directly into the story.
Yeah, I still can't get over last year with the War Within, with the VR experience for the destruction of Dalaran. But like that was one of my favorite cities in the old expansions. But we're also returning to some areas that players are going to really know. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, if Dalaran was one of your favorite cities, it was one of mine too. Wait till you see Silvermoon V2 in Midnight. So we are, going to be returning to, among other areas, the old Blood Elven lands, first introduced in Burning Crusade, fully reimagined and expanded now. It's Eversong Woods, the Ghostlands, and of course Silvermoon City. Still, a Horde city at heart with some Horde-only districts, but under these pressing circumstances, they have opened their gates to the Alliance to mount this final stand against Xal'atath's forces.
Yep, and that's just the first of the zones that we have. After that, you'll head into Zulaman, City of the Trolls, the Amani Trolls. We first saw Zulaman back in Burning Crusade era as in the form of a raid, but it's been expanded into this enormous zone now. Everything in that zone is big. It's sort of like a primordial Pacific Northwest. Everything's a little wet too. Very, very cool space. We also have Herondar, home of the Heronir. This is, the Heronir we met during the War Within. They're a race who are sort of this enigmatic, elf-like race. We don't know a whole lot about them. We're going to learn a lot more once we go to Herondar and learn that not all of them are as welcoming as the few we've met, Orwena and her crew in the War Within. And lastly, we're going to go into the Void Storm. This is basically Xal'atath's space of operations where she is mounting her attack against Azeroth. We find our way into the Void Storm and take the fight to her and the Devouring Host. Super exciting, a bunch of beautiful zones.
Yeah, I can't actually wait for Zulaman again. I still have memories of just the endless attempts of trying to get the Amani Warbear with that speed trial. So it's going to be really fun to go back. And of course, go to Silvermoon as an Alliance player. It'll be fun. But with all these new areas, what are some of the activities that people are going to get into when they go there?
Well, the first, I think, is you're going to have the campaign, a new campaign that takes you through these zones, and it does so in an interesting way. You'll start by going into the city of Silvermoon and then into Eversong Woods, but after that, players are presented with a choice. Do they want to go to those two of those other zones I mentioned, go straight to Zulaman and learn a little bit more about the Amani Trolls, what's going on there? Do they want to go into Herondar and learn about the Heronir? Or do they want to go on a third chapter of the campaign, which is actually a little bit different? It is not tied to any particular zone, but it takes you to some of the older places in the world, places like Light's Hope Chapel, places like Stratholme, a couple other interesting places as well. And in that quest line, you'll be working alongside Eritor, son of Turalian and Ilaria, and helping him sort of interrogate his relationship with the light. Really interesting chapter. After you complete those 3 chapters, those 2 zones in the Eritor chapter, then you move into Voidstorm. This is all in the interest of giving players a choice of which storyline is most interesting to them. And it's all done in a way which also leads you through a couple different delves. You'll play through a couple delves as part of the campaign, and a couple dungeons as well. And culminating with the campaign leading you directly into a couple of our raids. And those are some really interesting dungeons and raids we have put together.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as of course, alongside the zones, full complement of our bread and butter features for group gameplay, delves, dungeons, and you'll note that Paul said raids, plural. So I think we were kind of breaking from recent tradition in Midnight, and our initial season is going to have not 1, not 2, but 3 separate raid zones for a variety of environments, a variety of foes that will kind of unfold themselves over the course of Season 1.
I actually love that, because back in Karazhan and stuff like that, where you'd go to Gruul's Lair, it's nice to have that variety hopping in. But for players that are hopping in for the first time, right, because I think the World Soul Saga has been great at bringing in new players and also returning players. What kind of features have you got for them to hop back in?
Yes, so I think we want to make sure that, whether you've played War Within and you're ready for the next chapter, or whether you're coming to World of Warcraft for the very first time or coming back from some long time away, that you can jump back in, understand what's going on, and join the action. And so we have a revamped and reimagined new player and returning player experience. The leveling experience seamlessly incorporates both Dragonflight and War Within content to get you fully caught up to speed. For returning players who may be, a higher level but not quite ready to go straight to Midnight, we have a new experience set in Arathi Highlands that's going to kind of, get you back up to speed on your mechanics, recontextualize you in the story of the world, and send you on your way so that you can join the fight in Midnight.
Yeah, we've also added a catch-up quest line for the War Within. So sort of going into Midnight, if you never played the War Within, or if it's just been a little while and you want a refresher, you can play through all the major beats of that story in one quest line. It should not take the couple dozen hours that it would normally take to play through all 6 zones that make up that quest line, but it'll be a couple quick hours to go through all the big cinematics, all the major beats. By the time you're done, you should know everything that happened from the beginning of the Isle of Dorn to the end of Ghosts of Koresh, and be fully up to speed to hop right into Midnight.
Yeah, no, that's amazing as well, because it's a bit more like welcoming as well to kind of like drag one of your friends to hop in and play with you and explore that, which I'm excited about. But there is one feature, and it kind of goes back to your booth as well, right, that has been requested for so long, and we've got to touch on it. I was watching it as well, your Creator Clash earlier. Player housing. Can you let us know what we're going to experience with that?
Absolutely, yeah. We are super excited for people to start stepping into housing. Housing has been a feature which has been in development internally for a long time. We've been sharing little details as we've been developing it over the last year or so. Here at Gamescom, people are finally able to hop in and start playing with the decor, playing with those systems for the first time. What housing is you can have your own little corner of Azeroth. If you play both Horde and Alliance, you can have a Horde home and an Alliance home, and start decorating those spaces with decor that you'll start with the generous, creative decor that the system sort of just gives you, but then you go explore the world. You might find vendors who sell some interesting tchotchkes here and there. You might work with other crafters on your server who can make some interesting furniture for you, but you take all those things, you collect them, and then express yourself in a way that we think is, really just lets players express themselves however they want.
Yeah, really, I think boundless self-expression is really, it's like a hallmark design pillar of the feature. We kind of threw out the entire rule book here, including gravity. If you want a table that floats in midair, you want a table that's upside down, you can do it. I think we really wanted to unleash players' creativity to make their houses the full expression of their personality. And it's not just a single house that is your own, you're also going to be part of a neighborhood community. So we wanted to make sure when designing this feature that it didn't feel solitary if you didn't want it to be. That you were kind of connected, there's reasons for others to come into your home, for you to go into theirs, and for you to feel like part of a group.
No, it's amazing. Also, for people that have been playing for a long time, so it's one of the first things I wanted to know when I heard about player housing coming in. Been playing since the Burning Crusade. Am I going to have some extra cool bits to add into my house for that?
You should, yeah. If you've been playing for decades, as it sounds like you have, then yeah, there's plenty of achievements that you would automatically have completed that would grant you decor. If you've advanced your professions, you may have access to build some of those things that would take other people a little bit more time to get those professions to the point where they can build that particular piece of decor. So yeah, we want to make sure that people who've been playing for a while are rewarded for that play. Of course, this also comes along with that we don't want to have any of that be exclusive. So if you are just coming into World of Warcraft for the first time in Midnight, none of those should be opportunities that were only accessible to you in 2008 and they're gone. Anybody can go back and get that stuff whenever you like.
Yeah, I can already tell, Sam from our team will be hanging a warglaive up above his door, without a doubt. But one of the big things as well, right? People aren't going to have to wait for the launch of Midnight to get their hands on player housing, are they?
No, they are not. Player housing will actually be coming before Midnight in our final War Within patch, 11.2.7, coming later this year. So anyone who owns Midnight at that point can claim their first house, begin decorating it, and all players, even if you don't yet own Midnight, can start building their collection of decor, though you will need the expansion to actually have a house to put it in.
Ah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I'm excited for it, but what's next for the team? Now you've kind of announced Midnight, shown the cinematic trailer, what's next?
Excited to get back and kind of finish this game. We're going to be talking very soon about our first public alpha tests and then a larger beta to follow. And all of this, getting player feedback, helping polish the game, and building towards a release in early 2026.
Yep, and we're going to be here at Gamescom all week as well. Ian and Maria Hamilton will be talking tomorrow about some of the characters and zones within the expansion in a little bit more detail. And then later on in the week, Ian and I will do a big systems download where we talk about a lot of the systems that make up the game.
Yeah, I was going to ask about what else can players get involved, viewers get involved in with World of Warcraft, because you've got so much going on. We mentioned the Creator Clash earlier. Are there more shows out today? The streams people can go watch as well afterwards?
Yeah, exactly. There's, I think, various live events going on from our stage all week, and then we're going to keep rolling information out. I think this yesterday was the beginning of just letting people know what we've been up to, and we're going to have more and more information and opportunities to engage. We'll have videos, streams, and more just coming all through the fall.
Yeah, honestly, I can't say thank you enough. Like, from coming on the show last year to talking to us midnight today, Paul, Ian, thank you so much. And also, from tons of new titles coming to Xbox Game Pass, the Final Fantasy VII Remake integrated on Xbox, we've already witnessed so much cool stuff here on day one of Gamescom, and we're not done yet. We're about to get down and dirty with everyone's favorite archaeology professor, but first, let's refresh with a quick power wash break.
A power washer wears blue coveralls with boots, gloves, a face mask, and a washer pack on their back. Empty shelves line a wall. A team of washers sprays down a delivery truck, and a replica of the truck appears on the shelves. In first-person power washer, water cleans dark dirt off a lavish home. A model of the home appears on the shelves. High-pressure spray strips away dirt and grime from a roller coaster and other playground items, including an alligator statue holding a fishing pole. Dirty items appear in a power wash montage: a cat tower, a globe, a guitar, a garden gnome, a patchwork sofa, a round coffee table, a circular rug, a piano, and more. One by one, objects are power washed, their shine restored. Replicas of the items fill up the wall of shelves. Power Wash Simulator 2 coming fall 2025 to multiple platforms.
Satisfying. And if you happen to uncover any ancient artifacts in the mud, then I know just who to call. Indiana Jones fans, get ready to take on new challenges of impressive proportions. The Order of Giants expansion is almost here, and it's set to shake up the world of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Joining me to talk through the new locations, new puzzles, and some truly monumental enemies, please welcome Machine Games lead game designer Zeke Varent and creative director Axel Torvinus. Welcome, guys. How are you today? Really excited to be here. I'm so excited to talk to you. Zeke, it's lovely to meet you for the first time. Axel, it's great to see you again. I'm so happy to be chatting about the new expansion. So, to catch us up, if we haven't already played the game, I mean, first of all, what are you guys doing? I've had a great time playing it. But for those of us who haven't maybe had a chance to dip into the world of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, what would you say is a great thing to get us used to the Order of Giants, and how does it fit in with the game so far?
Yeah, so the Order of the Giants is an expansion, so you can start playing it right from the beginning of the, well, not right from the beginning of the game, but as you journey through the Vatican, you it's a natural extension into the plot of the Great Circle, and so it fits quite well in. Sorry, Axel, you want to take this one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically about deepening the
Axel
and the lore about the Nephilim and the Order of Giants, and it takes place and it starts off in the Vatican. That's where the game, the DLC kicks off. And from there we will venture into a lot of new areas, new biomes, new puzzles, new mysteries, a lot of new exciting content for you to enjoy.
Very exciting. I can't wait to see what kind of the new locations are, because one of my favorite parts was obviously exploring some of the ancient Egyptian tombs in the main game. Because I've loved ancient Egypt ever since I was young.
In gameplay, Indy lifts a sewer grate and peers out.
So class. I can't wait for that. Now, Axel, you're mentioning the Nephilim Order, and I really loved Locust, obviously, in the first, the main game. But tell us a little bit more about the lore behind the Order and the giants we can expect in this game.
Absolutely, and without giving away too many spoilers, because that would be boring, right? But the core premise is that within the Vatican you will encounter this mysterious character, Father Ricci. He is very obsessed with this idea of a secret chamber and a certain artifact and a relic that he's hunting for. And he asks Indiana Jones for help to unravel the mystery of him. And that sets you off on a path where we dig much deeper into the background story and the background lore of the Nephilims and the tribe of giants, and how that connects with both the Vatican and Rome as a whole, but also there are hints and hooks back to the main game.
Got you. Very interesting. So
Indy holds a torch and searches an underground catacomb.
The story itself is quite self-contained. How much of that is, or how much does it affect the main game, or how much can be enjoyed independently from it as well?
Yeah, so it is self-contained, but it also it's something that you should be able to experience from the first playthrough. As you get through the Vatican, you find Father Ricci, you can go on this quest, or if you've already completed the game before, you can come back to the Vatican, he's there, and that'll put you off onto a new quest as well.
Love that. I can't wait to experience it then as well. Now, as we're looking forward to that, I really enjoyed some of the side stories that we would go off and do, the adventures with Indy, or even just snapping some pictures. So lots more of that to look forward to in the Order of Giants.
Oh yeah. So we have lots of brand new puzzles, lots of new mechanics, new enemies, and all of our puzzles are from fresh. We're new mechanics, and we're not recycling anything there. As well, we also have 2 new adventure books that you can find, tons of notes that will give you backstory about the history of the Nephilim and other things. And as Axel has said, this is the kind of content that ties into the story from before. Like, you'd be able to find out more about some things that you kind of maybe overlooked, and also about the story to come. So in your journal you'll have all these notes, and it fits right into that journey of filling the journal from the very first note you pick up in Marshall College all the way to what you find in Iraq at the end.
Heck yeah. Oh, that sounds so exciting.
Indy snaps his whip, then engages in hand-to-hand combat.
You guys integrated that as a way to level up Indy's skills and stuff. I wish I could do that. I mean, yeah, I guess reading does help develop new skills. So there we go. But yeah, we can expect to see some more and maybe collect some more in the DLC as well.
Yeah, 2 new adventure books, and of course these are things that you need to go exploring around to be able to find. These are not locked. These aren't just standing out in the open, but you need to go exploring, find little puzzles, solve mysteries, and it fits right into the whole idea of being Indiana Jones, being curious and always open for discovery.
Got you. You guys must be so smart doing puzzles all the time in game and in the office and stuff, crafting these ones. Wow, I'm jealous. So let's talk a little
Zeke and Axel laugh.
Of creating the expansion itself and the development. Maybe Axel, you can start us off. How did the success of the main game and the Great Circle inform your decisions going forward into the DLC?
Yeah, so it's always been the plan to kind of deepen the story and dive deeper into the aspects that we do have in the DLC. And with that being a very conscious choice, we also could make sure that we had good integration. So the DLC takes place and it kicks off, within the Vatican, and there was not an easy thing to have that from a technical point of view to actually function. There's a lot of hard work from engineers and designers that's just working under the hood, that it's basically this kind of seamless transition into a DLC. So there's a lot of hard work that has been ongoing to make sure that you don't really notice that we are swapping out maps and doing a lot of technical mumbo jumbo. But it's in the end, it is this kind of seamless transition that we always aim to have. Okay. And I think that part of that conscious choice very early on helped us making sure that the experience in the end when you play the DLC is that it fits perfectly within the Great Circle experience.
Love that. I mean, I don't want to gas you guys up a little too much, but I just had such a blast with the first one as well, especially with the puzzles and also just uncovering the Vatican and all of the locations we went. And even some of the performances were just so incredible. I was not to name drop, but I was lucky enough to talk to Troy, Baker and Marius obviously about their characters in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Troy was saying about how the main point from himself and also from you guys developing it was to really put the player in Indiana's shoes. Yeah. It's not Troy Baker as Indiana, it's yourself. Absolutely. It's the player as Indiana, so that's so cool. And coming on to the players and how they've enjoyed the game, how do you think the community feedback has really helped shape the Order of Giants going forward and a lot of the decisions you guys have made?
I mean, at Machine Games, it's always important. We always listen. We love to get, community feedback or player feedback, to hear from the fans. And one thing that stood out to us after releasing The Great Circle was that the thing that we really wanted to try to convey with this game was things that were appreciated by the fans as well. And when listening in on certain aspects, like could this be tweaked, could this be polished, that absolutely helped our process moving forward. But we did already obviously had a very strong vision and a plan for
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants is Xbox Play Anywhere.
The DLC and the development of it that is in relation to, listening into the community and the player feedback. It's we had this opportunity to be able to polish some things even further. There are sections within the DLC that is even of higher quality than the main game, just given to the fact that we had more time to polish certain aspects.
I would say it was a really great place to be in terms of confidence on development side, on design side. Like being off the base game and going right into DLC, all of the level designers really had a nice chance to just start making new puzzles from, after years of working on a lot of content that had been started long before. We had a lot of new people join, and so this was their first time to get to take a puzzle from start to finish, and it was just, having the success behind it was, and all the fans saying that they wanted more was just the greatest impetus. It was nice.
Yeah, that sounds really refreshing as well, really gearing up. I love that. Well, speaking of developing it, and Zeke, maybe you can give us a little bit of insight behind the curtains and what the team were up to. Was there any fun fan favorite moments from or experiences that you could share with us from the team about making Order of Giants?
I was thinking, I think getting one of my favorite parts about developing the core game, and I think this plays into the DLC a good bit, was just we have all this stuff that you're able to use to beat up bad guys. It's a shovel, it's a plunger, it's a shower brush, and this is a sort of thing that we had early in the game, and just as we started to develop it, it's oh, this is super fun. And at some point we realized later in development, we need to have more and more and more stuff, but nobody had made that list. One day the associate game director, Frederick Ljungdahl, stepped forward and he was like, "Hey, Zeke, I just have this 150 weapons that I would like to suggest." And so I think that carried on through, the base game, and actually as we started into the DLC, it was just what are we going to be able to hit our enemies with now as well?
Flip, that's a lot of choice. I mean, India is certainly well equipped there. That's sick.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask, guys, when and how can we access the new update?
Yeah, so on September 4th, it's out. If you have premium or premium upgrade or the collector's edition, you will be able to just access that. If you only have the base version of the game, it will be accessible and you can purchase it as a standalone as well. But you need to have the base game to be able to enjoy the DLC.
Okay, amazing. I can't wait to play myself and get that theme song stuck in my head all over again. I can't wait.
Nice.
Well, Axel, Zeke, it's been so much fun chatting all things Order of Giants. Congratulations again on the main game. Can't wait to play it, and maybe we should go over to the Indiana Jones booth over there and have a look at the puzzles there.
Yeah,
but
indeed.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Now, from ourselves here at the Xbox at Gamescom broadcast, we have a very special edition of the official Call of Duty podcast. But first, we're about to fall into the disturbing world of Chronos, the New Dawn, the latest nightmare from Bluebird Team. I can't wait to play. Let's join the Traveler in their fight to survive and enjoy some never-before-seen gameplay.
Hello, my name is Wojciech Pink,
Unreal Engine,
Game Director of Chronos, the New Dawn, and today I'll be your guide through the abandoned factory, which actually was a ground zero for the disease, the change that wiped out humanity. So let's quickly bind weapons to shortcuts.
He navigates through inventory screens and equips a weapon. A circle of light cuts through darkness
to find more loot, which will be really important. And the first enemy. No signs of life. I think we are safe. So let's move forward.
The Traveler moves past a kneeling corpse. Water drips from the subterranean factory.
And these guys are definitely alive.
Zombie creatures with multiple deformed limbs stagger forward. Traveler shoots them and blood spurts out.
It may be quite challenging, and the enemies can hit hard and merge. Yeah, that shot prevented the merge.
He rounds a corner and darkened crevice spews forth another monster.
Can also spawn monsters, so be aware wherever you are. And this guy also wanted to merge, but not on our watch. Let's use the flamethrower to interrupt the merge, stun the enemy, and finish him off with the shotgun. We are calling it the hammer.
Flames engulf the corpse.
And the new one.
He moves through the underground bunker.
I think
one falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's the puker. He has a range attack, so let's get far away and, use a barrel to destroy the enemies. Like, using environment is also super important. Don't forget that you can also charge your weapons. So please notice that the Traveler sometimes presses the trigger to fire a single bullet, but also sometimes charges it, so the bullet will have more damage, but will also got a piercing ability. Of course, I'm talking right now about the pistol. The shotgun works different. The shotgun increases the spread when you're charging the weapon.
He moves up to an abandoned locker.
And the big guy
He drags it across the floor.
It's discharging, yeah? The weapon has been charged, and we've got hit. Let's switch weapon to this.
The beast lumbers toward him.
The big guy wants to merge, so again, using a flamethrower to interrupt the merge. Remember, don't let them merge. Use also the canister that was set in the environment, and the enemy is gone. It's worth to.
He approaches a table in the corner, pushes open another door.
Boxes left by the collective and other travelers. So the trick is that the collective is sending only one traveler at a time, to not too much with the time flow, since they are, of course, jumping in time. So the game, starts when your predecessor went off radar, and then you are picking up his mission.
He collects items in the bunker, then drags another set of lockers.
Squeeze through, and I can hear some.
It reveals a hole in a brick wall.
And the soul, the essence of someone we extracted before, is talking to us.
He peers behind a biomass.
We call this monster Joe. It's basically like a sticking or being attached to a wall, ceilings, and it can grab you as a traps. But you can hear them always, there is one more. And now he will not grab us.
The multi-limbed zombie peels away from the wall.
You can safely loot the place.
He smashes a crate. Passes through another doorway.
Oh no, there is more. And we can hear roars, so more jaws will be here. So let's squeeze in and look for them. Yeah, there's one.
He navigates through a narrow passage.
Charge shot.
He fires a headshot.
And
squeezes through another narrow passage.
The area isn't clear yet. Yes. One more charge shot.
He fires through a crumbling brick wall.
I don't hear them anymore. I think this sector is clear. So we can grab more ammo. And let's go back.
The lights flicker. He walks past heaving biomass on the wall.
Oh, this one has spikes on its body.
A creature drops from the ceiling.
Than previous monsters. He hit really hard.
Spikes emerge from his flesh.
Reposition is a key.
The traveler retreats.
Yeah, you need to act fast. Yeah, charge.
He hides behind a brick wall and fires.
It's a juicy shot.
passes through another door.
And the shop.
He moves through walls heaving with biomass.
This body has tentacles on it. It means that it may be absorbed by the other monsters. And here they come. Let's grab a flamethrower ammo. Oh yeah. Now we can interrupt merge again.
Tentacles from a zombie reach toward a corpse. He fires before they can merge.
And stomp. Still alive.
He stomps the zombie and blood splatters. The zombie needs another shot to end it.
Detecting monsters, and they are sometimes closing you with them. But if you dispatch them, the gates will open. Those gates are also built by other.
Green lights glow in a tunnel.
Lock some areas infested by the monsters.
He loots items in the bunker.
Oh, and we are in more open space. There are some tents left here by the military that was trying to fight with the outbreak of the disease. And there is a barrel. I will use it to burn the biomass and get in the secret area.
He enters a supply tent.
Oh, shell patch.
He smashes a crate on a table.
And a lot of loot.
He loots several items off tabletops.
Its body is covered with the armor, so you need to aim at the exposed parts. Oh yeah, you can see that the bullets are bouncing off the armor, but I think the chest is exposed, so yeah, let's use it against him.
Spikes and tentacles emerge from the zombie.
And this stand seems clear. So as a
He wants to find medical equipment, oxygen tanks, monitors.
Like loot every place you can. Also, you can craft some ammunition, for example. We need to make
The traveler finds a gear in a locker.
materials. So yeah, torch fuel also will be needed. And now
He crafts 2 torch fuel.
scraps from the shelf.
He grabs the gear.
To heal ourselves, and let's delve into the rest of the factory.
A green light glows around him with the health patch.
Isolation zone. Doesn't sound good.
He slowly approaches a garage door that slides down.
Thank you.
Chronos, The New Dawn, coming September 5th, 2025 to Xbox Series.
Time to wake up.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
No more games. This ends now.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Pre-order now. COD Pod, the official Call of Duty podcast.
Everyone to the crossover event of the century. That's right, folks, the official Call of Duty podcast, the COD Pod. And we are back taking over Gamescom here on the Xbox broadcast. Don't know how they let this happen, but we're in, baby. My name is Miles Ross.
Miles.
COD Pod joined, as ever, by my partner in crime at Activision, Stephanie Snowden. How you, mate?
Hello, Miles. We took the COD Pod on the road all the way to Germany. It's my first time at Gamescom. It's been awesome because the official reveal of Black Ops 7 happened last night at Opening Night Live, and it was incredible.
It was a big one, and we have a huge amount of information to get through today about Black Ops 7. Tons of juicy details and wonderful tidbits of gameplay. We're not going to do it alone, though. More on that later.
Yeah, we've got some special guests joining us later in this show. But yes, at ONL, we got the very first look at Black Ops 7, which is coming later this year, and there's so much to get into. There's so much content This game has so much to talk about, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg for us. So we're going to get a little deeper on the co-op campaign, and specifically the end game, which is part of the co-op campaign, but a world, an experience that unlocks after you complete the linear campaign. We're going to get into the juicy details.
Okay. More on the deep dive in co-op campaign a bit later on, but Steph, thousands of fans tuning in online as well to check this trailer out, and it was very, very cool here in person as well at Gamescom. Absolutely fantastic. Gamescom's been great.
Yeah, I mean, being in the room for opening night live is something that I've never experienced, and just meeting so many Call of Duty fans in person, getting chills. I thought what Natalie and Miles did on stage, and the lights, and getting the Menendez experience, right?
He scared the life out of the crowd.
He did.
A woman in front of me audibly jumped.
Audible gasps in there. But it's not just opening night live, because we dropped the official Black Ops 7 developer direct on the Call of Duty YouTube channel. Definitely check that out if you haven't. So yeah, we just have a few things to talk about.
That was a nutrient-rich dump. The direct was great, just a few, but we're going to get into it. So Steph, let's start high level. What are some of the key things to look forward to here in Black Ops 7?
So I think some of the most important things to know about Black Ops 7 are it's set in 2035, right? So this is 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2, if you're familiar with Black Ops 2. So think of that near future. It's not quite in reach. It's got ties to BO2, ties to BO6, Black Ops 6, our last game. And like I said, so much content. We have the 3 core modes with campaign, multiplayer, and zombies coming to Black Ops 7. And we've also got Dead Ops Arcade, we've got zombie survival maps, we've got global progression across the game, which means for the first time you can actually earn XP, progress your weapons, earn all the good things, make your gameplay super rewarding, including in campaign. And we've got David Mason is back. Raul Menendez is back. This is a story that Treyarch and Raven have wanted to tell. It's a David Mason story. There's so much to talk about.
And also being able to progress through my ranks in campaign is a big one. More on the campaign coming up. But let's go into multiplayer. Place very close to my heart, and there is some serious goodies to get through there.
Yeah, so we only got a little bit of intel in the developer direct and in the reveal about multiplayer. So there's lots more to come, which we're gonna get into a little later in the show. But tons of content coming to MP and some really exciting innovations. Maps, maybe we jump in there?
Well, 16 of them, right? 16 6v6 maps, which is a lot. That's a ton to get through as players. 3 of those will be remasters, absolute bangers there.
Yeah, Raid, Hijack, and Express.
Yeah, some absolute classics.
There we got to look at Raid in Japan.
It's got a fresh coat of paint. It looks great. Also the 220 maps, which is fantastic. It's all huge. And that 2035 aesthetic has just been sort of plastered across the board there. So we're really getting a very shiny and gorgeous new card.
Treyarch's really pushed on clear lane definition on these maps in Black Ops 7. I think that, like you said, the 2035 aesthetic has allowed them to create really clean lanes. There are some really, really cool maps that just have sort of a different finish than we might be used to in some other Call of Duty maps. So I think it's going to be a fresh take on some classics, but also some really solid, new maps that I know Treyarch's been listening to map feedback, and I'm excited to get my hands on them in the beta, so I can't wait.
Super excited. Well, we've set our board, we've got our maps. Now let's talk about some pieces. Weapons. Many, many, many weapons in this game, Steph.
Yes, there's 16 all new to the franchise weapons coming at launch, which is awesome. So nothing we've ever seen in Call of Duty before. You may have noticed I saw some eagle-eyed fans catch the Peacekeeper and some of the marketing, which is an exciting return. But also, I think a lot of these weapons are sort of like an homage to the Black Ops 2 weapons in a way.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw the M8 in there. Of course, we're seeing a couple of classics and burst weapons in there as well. But lots as well, not just the weapons, but also streaks. We've got gadgets, we've got gear, we've got equipment.
The gadgets and gear, like I said, I think 2035 really opens up what the devs want to do. It kind of, like, we use the word unchained at the studio, just because I think it's really creatively given them the opportunity to deliver, things that we haven't seen in Call of Duty before that still feel grounded, still feel like the combat that you know and love, but with a fresh new take. in that near future kind of setting. So I'm really excited about the streaks personally. We saw a little bit of dog, we saw rhino, there's more.
I cannot wait. I've heard that they are mean. Looking forward to some mean streaks. But not just streaks. While we're talking about changes, there is next level Omni movement.
Yeah, next level Omni movement is really exciting because Treyarch's refined the core movement. Omni movement was obviously a really massive innovation in Black Ops 6, and they've continued to build on that with the near future setting, changing a couple of things, adding wall jump. We've increased the base sprint speed, and also tack sprint is now disabled by default, but you can enable it with a perk.
Yeah, so you've still got the player choice there. You can still build that loadout that way, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I think
the map's built for next level Omni movement, right? So you're going to be able to have that playground.
Well, the wall jump clips already look really cool. So we're not only changing movement, we're also changing a new feature outright, which is the overclock feature. Can you explain that? Yes. We're not talking about CPUs.
Not talking about CPUs. Overclocks is one of the coolest innovations coming to Black Ops 7, and they're really intended to give players further choice in terms of customization for your own unique playstyle. So you can overclock equipment, field upgrades, and score streaks. So basically, by playing throughout the match, you're going to unlock the customization option. One that comes to mind off the top of my head, we were talking about before, the care package, right? So overclock 1 for the care package, you're going to be able to re-roll your streak. Option 2, or overclock 2, you're going to have the option to decrease cost of overclock. And there's some really awesome ones that we saw in the developer direct. So like I said, go check that out. But I think this is something we're really excited about.
That does sound really cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. Gosh, there's still... Guys, we're nowhere near done here. We've got a lot to get through still. Progression being a big one. We touched on it slightly at the start, whereby playing campaign can earn you progression
Yeah, so
points as
global
well.
progression, making sure that you feel like your time is rewarded across, anything that you're playing in the game. And weapon prestige.
Okay.
Because this is a big one, and it's something that we're really excited about. Classic prestige obviously made a return in Black Ops 6, so the team is really building on that foundation, and you're going to be able to unlock a deeper weapon progression journey than ever before, earn unique attachments, weapon charms, I think you mentioned, camos. Very exciting.
A lot's going on. Okay, so talking about weapons, staying on the topic, build.
Miles blows a chef's kiss.
Always that one person in the group chat that's like, hey man, what's the best?
What's the meta?
I'm like,
send me the meta.
I'm not going to send you all this information. Instead, I'm going to send you a code.
I'm going to send you a code. That's right. It's going to be great for people like you who no one's asking me for my weapon builds, but you guys should be. You don't know. But it's going to be really exciting. Content creators, streamers, folks in the community who are constantly sharing, what their loadouts are. This is going to make things really streamlined. You'll have a code. Each unique build will have a code in Gunsmith that you can actually screenshot, send to your friends. They can, put that in as long as you have the attachments unlocked. You can equip it.
That's great.
It's gonna be great.
That is a game changer, I think, for many, many folks. Yeah, that's going to be pinned at the top of group chats around the world. This is the code for the best stuff, right?
We can't forget zombies because we only got a teeny tiny little taste of what is coming to zombies in Black Ops 7 because the dedicated zombies reveal is just a few weeks away.
Ooh. We can't just give you a little bit. There's a lot to give for the zombies.
There's a lot to give. It needs its own... We had to make a zombies week out of it, basically.
A week of zombies goodness. Yeah. But the original crew has made a return, and obviously the Dark Eater has flung them up against some old pals.
Yeah. At the end of the Black Ops 6 story, we see, a version of the Black Ops 6 crew seemingly in the Dark Ether with some version of the original crew. In the developer direct, we got just a peek at what we think could be the big bad of Black Ops 7.
Yeah.
Definitely an ominous villain may have appeared.
So. Well, we've got a lot going on there.
Yeah,
still.
and survival maps.
Jinx.
So
they're back for the first time since BO2. Really, really exciting there as well. Steph, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think this is definitely the how long can you last in tighter spaces kind of vibe, and I think that people are going to be really excited for that experience to come to zombies. So more on that soon before I get dragged off the desk.
That's
by
the way it goes.
yeah.
That's the way it goes. But also, while on the topic of zombies still, we've got Dead Ups Arcade. That's also happening. So twin stick, top-down, zombie-centric shooter, earning XP for your progression as well. Go global.
Yeah, there was a lot of hype in the chat last night when the Dead Ups Arcade 4 announce was there. And so this is so cool. If you don't know what Dead Ups Arcade is, Treyarch, has put this in the last, some of the games. And it's a really exciting experience because it's a game within a game. And now you can earn XP for playing that as well. So more on that.
I get to hear the sort of Black Ops 7 rank up sound in every mode I'm playing now, which is going to be fantastic. Well, up next, we're going to be diving into the co-op campaign with our guests from Treyarch and Raven. But first is the official Black Ops 7 reveal trailer.
They want you afraid. Fear makes you easier to control.
Psychological warfare warps perception of an urban world. Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
2035.
We're bringing peace and security to the world.
You refuse.
In a graveyard.
Stop looking backwards, David. What matters is what you do next.
David Mason and his elite team gather. They rappel into a building, then engage in a firefight. Sliding doors lock them inside a chamber.
Inspector 1, report. Need a sit rep.
Nicaragua.
This isn't real.
The hell it ain't!
Los Angeles. Angola. The team moves through a forest. A helicopter lifts off. Tokyo. The team bounces off an illuminated sign. Alaska. Northern lights shine above an icy snowfield. Avalon. They leap off a helicopter pad and use flying suits.
So eager to leave, David. Killing the man is a hell of a lot easier than killing the idea.
A gravestone reads, in memory of Frank Woods.
No more games. This ends now.
A giant hand reaches up. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Pre-order now.
When you pre-order now.
In a fast-moving montage, the elite team takes on zombies and other villains.
Welcome back. That's
Miles and Stephanie.
So fun to watch. I never get tired of hearing Metallica and watching that, but I want to welcome in our developer guests. We have Miles Leslie, Associate Creative Director at Treyarch, and Natalie Pohorsky, Lead Producer on the campaign at Raven Software. Guys, you've been on a tour.
Let's go.
We're so
Let's go.
We are so pumped to be here.
Let's go.
You've been on a journey.
Yes.
We've all been on a journey at gamescom.
What day is it? Let's go.
Yes, exactly. But how BO7 is out in the world. Black Ops 7 is here. It's out there. It's been so cool to see people react to it. How does it feel for you guys to finally be able to talk about the game?
Oh, incredible. I mean, things have blown open at this point. So we've been eager to talk about this game for a long time. We've been developing it for a while. We have a lot of stuff in store for you guys, so we can't wait to tell you more about it.
Yes, let's go. I'm so excited. We love that we can talk about more of the game, not all of it, sorry, but more of it. I think we're really excited about the reception already, super positive. It's a big game.
It's a big game, a lot of content. So Miles, set the stage for us, right? We know that this game takes place in 2035. We know that's 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2. What kind of world are we, walking into in Black Ops 7?
Yeah, I love this question. So ever since we left Black Ops 2 and we left David Mason in the world, we always wanted to go back to it. There was a story there to be told, but it was never the right time. Black Ops 7 was that time. We wanted to go to David Mason. He has been through some stuff. He's changed. The world has changed from those 2025 attacks. And now 10 years later, the world is still dealing with it. David's still dealing with his own trauma. And now Raul is back. And so the world's like, what?
Huh?
Saying what now? Like, they're barely getting over last time, and now he's back again, and now David has to deal and really come face to face with that, and Raul, and then it pops off.
Yeah, but if you've never played a Black Ops game, you can also just jump into this story, right?
That is the beauty when we crafted this from the start, was we love pulling threads, and really for the fans that know, get that payoff. But if you don't know anything, there's no homework required.
Yeah.
You can jump into this and have a great time. And maybe you become a fan of, hey, this David Mason guy, he's kind of messed up. I want to learn more.
I like it.
You can go back to BO2 and kind of become a fan of the other games that connect into it.
I replayed BO2 last year.
Yeah.
Great.
Epic.
I'll be hitting the YouTube recap videos because they are plentiful, lots of those. Natalie, okay, we've got some OGs, we've got David, we've got, Menendez, some of the new faces. Can you share any fun nugs about those guys?
Oh, I would love to. So let's start with Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild. She's fascinating. She was essentially a child prodigy. She's brilliant. She worked her way up. She has a background in computational economics and robotics, which makes her the perfect person to be running this company that is the Guild. And she has a really, she has ideas about how to deal with this, and she's a leader, and she has people to back her up. But sometimes, again, this sort of puts her in a weird place with David and his team, who are trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. So she's a really interesting character, and introduces us more, or reintroduces us to the guilds. And then one of our JSOC operators who's on David's team that we're really excited about is Leilani 5050 Tupola. And so she's a soldier from New Zealand who is so dedicated that she, after being diagnosed with a degenerative disease, she was taken out of the field, and she opted for limb augmentation to get back. So she's got a bionic arm and leg, and she is intimidating, but she also has such a fun energy and personality to her, so she's a great fit for the team.
Yeah, she was doing some really badass stuff in the trailer.
She, as soon as we saw her in game, and even when we met Frankie Adams, who plays, we knew she was like, oh, she's just always been in Black Ops. Like, it just fits.
She's such a good fit.
I saw that foot as well, that giant mechanical foot, and I was like, oh, that's going to get used.
So let's talk a little bit about gameplay, Miles. This is a linear campaign, but we know that Black Ops delivers on these mind-bending experiences. So in terms of mission variety, what can we expect the campaign experience to be like? Expect
the unexpected.
Yes.
We wanted to really push on that variety. You heard us talk about it yesterday. You saw it in the trailer. We're going to a lot of unique places. Some real, some are bend reality hallucinations that you'll understand why in the story. But we really wanted to push into that 2035, Japan, Alaska, Los Angeles, Angola, and that is spread also not even in co-op campaign, but also in multiplayer, where you can revisit these locations that have narrative and story tie-in as well, which is really exciting, and really feels like we're pushing it. Like, you haven't seen this.
Yeah, and what about Avalon? I've heard that, Avalon is a big part of the campaign. What can we expect there?
Yeah, Avalon's great. Natalie hinted at, we've been seeding this. We kind of first got introduced in Avalon and Black Ops 6, and now you get to kind of see the whole thing. First, through the linear campaign, you're going to get little pieces of it, and then after you complete the main campaign, it all unlocks an end game, and really all of Avalon opens up, and now the world is your oyster in the end game of Avalon.
More on Endgame in a moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Avalon. I fell out of Skyline, and I was like, wow, this is nice.
I know, Miles was like, I'm always falling out of that window on that map, and I was like, that's, you're there.
Also, Stakeout is in Avalon.
Stakeout's in Avalon.
Well,
you can also
what do you
fall
know?
into that courtyard in Stakeout,
Yes, you can.
so there you go.
Oh, don't reel it back. Reel it back. This is the job of the host. Okay, back to the campaign. What makes this campaign unique, Miles? Because obviously COD, bombastic time, every time. Endgame sounds pretty funky. Is there anything else you can share that makes this one unique?
Oh yeah, I think from the start we wanted it to be a co-op experience, and that's twofold. One is the story. Natalie touched on this. Our characters in our hero squad, the four of them, they're like a family. They're like, each is a piece of a puzzle. Natalie said this, and I love this term, is we put them together, they play off of each other, but as we were developing, we wanted players to immerse those heroes as well and really embody each single hero, and now you can do that with your friends. It's a shared experience, it's really exciting, and then on top of that, we really wanted for the first time that you and your friends can really move between any part of the game, and that was huge for us. So you want to jump
game's co-op.
the whole game. You want to be in co-op campaign? great. And then you're like, hey, let's do MP, go to MP. Done with MP, let's go to zombies. Done with zombies, let's go to endgame. Done with endgame, go to DOA 4. It just keeps going.
There's no game in the world that you could co-op the whole thing.
I was running out of fingers.
This is a co-op podcast.
I was like all the ways.
No, I love it personally because I'm a single player girly.
Yeah.
And so I can get intimidated by some of these other spaces, but I'm so excited by co-op because being able to explore with friends, and it's sort of this entry, into the multiplayer world, and then maybe once I get built up a little bit, maybe once I go through endgame,
COD
squad.
I was going to say, you can't choose your family, but you can choose your co-op team.
That's true. I think we found it. Okay, now as promised, we're going to getting to the end of our time with you guys. So Endgame, finally, we've been talking about it, but I really want to dig into what the Endgame experience is for the Black Ops 7 campaign. Tell us what it's about.
Yeah, so this is really exciting. So we're bringing that innovative co-op campaign. Like we said, it's a linear experience. When you finish the co-op campaign, you're going to get a satisfying ending, and then really we think about it as this final proving ground, but we've been talking about it almost as an epilogue, is if you want to go into endgame, you can. I know there's been talks about it. It's optional, but it's in there and it's addictive. So you get in there, squad of 4, 32 players are in Avalon with you, 8 squads, right? And it's about getting in and surviving. That is the key. And it really unlocks everything. All of Avalon, you can now choose your operator, you can build your loadout, you can bring in all the abilities that you've been taught over the campaign, and it's about surviving and pushing into the harder regions. And it's really hard, and it's really fun, and you're gonna meet some really crazy, twisted things, and then it's about getting your operator power up. You're gonna get progressively more powerful, and you wanna survive to the end to keep some of the cool skills you might have gotten on the way.
So that's your combat rating.
That's
so you
your
are
combat rating,
unlocking skills and abilities as you level up your operator. What happens to my operator if I
if you don't,
do not escape?
If you don't survive. Yeah, so there are consequences. If you don't, you will lose some of those skills that you brought in. And it's a really satisfying, I want to say simplified approach to this loop, this sort of almost roguelike, for us, it's pulling the legacy of zombies, right, which is a social storytelling of survivability, right? We've been doing that a long time, Outbreak, RBC.
Oh, yeah.
So this brings all that sort of energy into this co-op more accessible approach, which is really, really exciting.
That's really, really
sick.
Exciting. I'm so excited for Endgame.
It's super
addictive. We're going to be talking a lot about it.
We will be playtesting it, and everyone's like, okay, we're done. And,
one more game.
One more run.
I'm one of those players. I always do the campaign first.
Yes.
Campaign first every time. But now I'm worried that with Endgame, I'm never going to leave.
He's just going to be here forever.
I'm just trapped. I can't get out.
Not only that, but like you touched on it, the global progression. We're rewarding you anywhere you play, and that is huge.
I could emerge.
Dedicated camo track in the campaign for the first time, so you can unlock. You can level up your weapons. You can unlock camos. You can do complete challenges, all in the campaign with your friends.
So you're saying I could come out of my endgame hole I've been in for weeks?
Yeah. Welcome back to the
Prestige 2, kitted out with camos and stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
Really
Sign me
exciting. Okay, so we want to end the segment with just a couple rapid fire questions. You don't.
No.
I mean, you don't.
Okay.
There's an end game to this segment. We'll be in the Xbox booth.
One more run.
Okay. This is just give me the first name that comes to mind. Which Black Ops 7 character are you picking to have your back in a fight? Miles.
David Mason. I know that he's going to, he's either going to shut it down or he's going to protect me because I'm a little baby bird behind. You're like, get him, David.
Attack. Yeah. Natalie.
I would say Samuels, because I can be a little chaotic, and he would bring me down to earth. And
he's the level-headed.
He'd be like, stand down, Natalie.
Yeah, he'd be like, calm down, I got
She's like, hold me back.
Hold me back, bro.
All right, Natalie, who have you got spotting you at the gym?
Oh, God. I mean, it has to be 50, first of all. I don't frequent the gym personally, believe it or not. And so I would need her as a spotter because if anything goes down, I mean, she's locked in.
It's like a one-handed save.
Yeah. Okay.
And the best nickname.
Curveball for me is we have Troy Marshall back.
Yes.
He's a little bit older. but I would absolutely want him as a trainer in the gym because he's got that old man energy. He was an elite operator, and I feel like he's gonna be like one more rep. I can't do it, Marshall. I can't. One more. There it is.
I saw a post recently that was just like, if you see Troy Marshall show up at anything, he's aura farming.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, that is correct. That is, he knows, he knows what's up.
He's got good stories too.
Yes.
I bet.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
so
Special
exciting.
edition of the Call of Duty podcast.
One more.
Live
Okay,
on the Xbox broadcast. I know we're going to be chanting. We're probably going to get kicked out. But it's like so great to have you guys here. Congratulations on the reveal
so
of Black
much.
Ops 7, especially to all the teams at the studios, the Treyarch and Raven,
Shout out
and
to
all the Call of
everyone.
Duty
So
teams.
much
we are-
work and love getting
Yes.
poured into this game.
Yeah, we're really happy to represent the teams and everyone
Yeah.
that's been building it. And the fans, you're gonna love it. New fans, come on in.
Yeah.
Can't wait to not see the light of day for months. I'm really, really excited,
We'll
guys.
see you there.
Guys, thank you so much again. Thank you. Steph, mate, it's been a Gamescom.
It went quickly. I don't know what happened. We were just starting our section, and all of a sudden it's over, and I want to do it again.
Well, I mean, the fun thing is that was the tip of the iceberg for Black Ops 7. It feels like news-wise.
Yes. Like I said, there's so much to this game. Tons of work going into it. It's a lot of content, a lot of exciting things we haven't talked about yet. So while this has been a really awesome reveal, it's been my first time here at Gamescom, my first time in Germany, meeting the Call of Duty fans here, seeing so many like-minded people who are passionate about video games in one place, especially here at Xbox, has been awesome. And I just want to give a special shout out to the COD Pod squad, the COD Pod team. Thank you. Xbox broadcast team, thank you for inviting us. We promise if you invite us back, we'll behave.
Well, we'll have a good
Miles mimes bowing.
Have a good time. But yeah, more Black Ops 6 news coming real soon. That's right, folks. Call of Duty Next is around the corner, September 30th. We'll have streamers and content creators around the world crammed into one location to get hands-on gameplay with multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone.
And our multiplayer beta kicks off right after Call of Duty Next with early access October 2nd to the 5th, with the open beta October 5th through the 8th. And of course, we'll see all of you when Black Ops 7 launches on November 14th.
It's in the calendar. It's 100% in the calendar, folks. Find everything we talked about today on the next episode of the Call of Duty podcast coming soon. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, whether it be Apple, YouTube, Spotify, wherever it may be. Go for it. Like it. We'll see you there.
We can't wait to see you there. But for even more details on Black Ops 7, you can check out the Developer Direct on the official Call of Duty YouTube channels or the COD blog for more of the intel.
Yes, please. Xbox, we love you. Thank you so much for having us. There's so much more Xbox here at Gamescom in store for you because there's another full day of live broadcast coming your way. That's all from us. Charlie, take it away.
Thanks, Miles. How cool is that to have the COD Pod on the team? Fantastic. So, today we have learned a ton about new games, got exclusive live reveals, never before seen gameplay footage, and an important new chapters to existing franchises like, I don't know, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, perhaps, Lego, Tropico, Invincible.
Charlie stands at the Indiana Jones booth.
The list has gone on. Of course, we're only halfway through our broadcast here at Xbox at Gamescom, where the fun continues tomorrow with another 4 hours of up-to-the-minute coverage on all the convention highlights we can cram in. But I want to know, Henry, how's your day been?
Oh, it's been fantastic, Charlie. Thanks so much. Like you say, though, we're almost done with day one. And in case you lost track, that makes over a dozen games today that are Xbox Play Anywhere, seamlessly transferring your gaming experience from PC to console to handheld and back again. We'll be showing off even more fresh gameplay tomorrow. We're going to be dropping trailers and continuing to stack up those Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Game Pass rosters. We're going to have updates on Lego Batman, At Fate's End, Silent Hill F, Overwatch 2, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Ninja Gaiden 4, and much, much more. And we might even have a few more fun surprises up our sleeve too. Cheeky. It's going to be a rich full day of all the news, big and small, from the world's largest games convention, Gamescom. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, new games. Cheers.
Henry stands by the big green button. Audio description by Descriptive Video Works. Narrated live by Janissary and Bixie Jean. Xbox at Gamescom Broadcast 2025 Day 1 Recap. ROG Xbox Ally, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Keeper, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Dying Light the Beast, World of Warcraft Midnight, Grounded 2, Hotel Barcelona Outbound, Invincible Versus, Chronos The New Dawn, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Day 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, At Fate's End, Overwatch 2, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, High on Life 2, The Outer Worlds 2, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Fragpunk, Mistfall Hunter, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, Lego Voyagers, Final Fantasy Tactics, The Obelisk Chronicles, My Hero Academia, All's Justice, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. Thanks for watching.